And we're live. Yo, what's happening, folks? Welcome back to the Did You Hear Show. I am joined by the one and only Jay Farrell. How's it going, Jay?
Good. Can't complain. How's your Father's Day?
Shy. Absolutely shy.
Right.
Well, it's going to get better because we have Stolen City on. Welcome, lads.
What's the crack?
What's the story?
How's things? How is getting on?
Good.
Good, all good. How are yous?
Not too bad, too
Can't
bad.
complain.
Could be better. Jay just got his arse in my face before he just walked in. We were live on the Instagram.
Raging
I wanted to
we missed
get a funny reaction.
If you go see the Instagram live, you'll see what went down. Well, you'll only see my reaction anyway. And it wasn't fucking nice. Man, you've won here the whole day, seriously.
I know.
That Manscaped sponsor needs to come in thick and fast.
You know
and you
what?
need to fucking use it.
You know when I have a shy? It's like someone's waxing me hole. It's a fucking killer. Every time. Anyway.
We get the sandpaper for
See, it gets caught.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Look at the hair.
You need the LV hair removal there.
You'd make a fucking, you'd make a blockbuster movie, you'd like cliffhanger on my hole. Anyway, lads.
Talking shit already.
How are we? How are you? Is all good?
Not too bad in yourself.
Speaking of Instagram lives, you doing much of them yourselves?
We've done a few, yeah. We've done a fair few of them. Like, it's not kind of the same. It's not the same as having an audience there, though. Do you know what I mean? Kind of a thing. It's like you're just playing to your phone.
Yeah.
What you are
This
doing.
is what you're doing.
But it's weird. Like, we enjoy them and stuff like that. It's what we had to do the past few months, you know. But it's past year, I suppose. Yeah. But yeah, we do a few of them. Basically, yeah, we do.
To answer your question, yes.
It's going to be a long podcast. Anyway, lads, before we get into the podcast, I suppose we better introduce ourselves. So,
Barry.
Sean, if you want to go first.
How's it going? I'm Sean.
Nice to meet you, Sean.
How's it going? I'm Dave.
Dave. And then
Bailey.
Barry Bailey.
Barry Bailey.
Ian Barry Bailey.
Oh, stop. We done it before we went live, so it was all right this time.
Yeah. We got it out of the way.
So tell me, lads, where does the name Stolen City come from?
This is a long story now. This is a long story. Here we go. So what happened was me and Sean started off and we were called In Focus.
Right.
And then we got picked up by these people that were working with us. And they said, you sound like a boy band with that name In Focus. And we were like, all right. So they're like, we're making this a website. You have a day to change your name. And we're like, fucking day. And it was like...
The first time we were in the studio, we'd won this like competition thing to get like a free track done. And we were in the studio all day. First time in a proper studio trying to figure out how to do what we were doing, and they were giving us this pressure as well. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, you're fine. No, you're grand. So yeah, first time in the studio and all, then they were like, right, you're gonna have to change your name. So we're like, fuck. So we only had
Is this management or what is this?
It was kind of management at the, like.
It's not what you call it now, but
Yeah,
at
it's
the
not what
time
you
we
call
thought
it
it was
at the
management.
Right,
We're only
right.
like 18, you know. We're only
Yeah,
like really
move
young.
closer to the mic, buddy, if you can.
So then that happened, and that was a pain. So then we changed it like last minute to the Empire. So we were like, right, we're called the Empire now. Grand, super. And then everything's called Empire. Like there's an Empire
TV
Barbers, there's a TV show, there's
The Empire
Empire Strikes Back book. So we had to change that then. And then we were
Is
like,
Barry making you nervous?
he's feeling me leg under the table and everything. But so then we had to change that then. And we were like, right, let's think of something bizarre. So we call ourselves Where We Land. I'm dyslexic as well, so I can't spell. So I spelled it, and it was what? WAIRWE space land. So
We were going for like the code line. It's a made up word. Like,
Yeah.
we're so cool. We made up a word, and then everyone was like, "How the fuck do you pronounce that? Is it why are we land?"
Where are we land? And loads of people were like, where are we land? And
Nightmare.
all. And like, nobody could find us on social media or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, so we went to Sean's one night and we were like, right, we need to think of a new name, simple as. So we set up, like, we went to Sean's at 6 o'clock at night.
That would have been a good name, simple as.
Simple as, yeah.
There you go, new name.
There we go, sorry.
Exclusive.
Where are you today? We're fucking doing this.
The problem is though, when you find a good name, you have to Google it, you have to search
Yeah.
all social medias, and there's fucking everything.
I know.
Everything is a name.
You put black dog with freckle on tail, taken. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
No, yeah. It's so
crazy.
difficult, like, and especially like with being a band and all, someone looks you up and like something else comes up for you and you're like, so we had City in mind for ages. We wanted to be something City, and then Stolen City just came from that, really. Like,
You just came up with about 20 different words and just put it with city, and all of a sudden
Yeah,
you landed on
yeah,
Stolen.
that's pretty much what it was.
That
We were
was
there
it,
for
like,
about
that was it.
literally there for about 9 hours, just going. Brass City.
How many of them cans?
Knickers, yeah. Oh, it was,
But as you said at the top, you think of a name, you're like, yeah, this is class, and then there's about, you look it up and there's about like 20 bands
Yeah, it's a
called
fucking
something, you know what I
nightmare,
mean?
yeah.
Every like in the dictionary, every single word, like word in it by itself is a band.
this
You
is
know what I
Dave's
mean?
fun fact. He tells everybody.
Everybody, yeah. So like, it was just pain in the arse, but yeah.
I can imagine, because even with the Did You Hear show, like I was looking for a couple of names, and like that you do. I'm very fussy when it comes to Twitter
What?
names. What's the word I'm
Twitter
looking for?
handles.
Yeah,
Handles.
Twitter
Right.
fucking hell. Twitter handles and fucking Facebook.
Do you want to start
names.
this podcast again?
No, I'm all good. Barry's making me nervous. No,
Is he reaching under the table to you as well?
I'm like that as well. YouTube, everything needs to match up, and if it doesn't match up, I need to look for a different name. So
Yeah.
I do understand that. Even with businesses, I do build websites on the side, and a couple of people reach out to me saying, "Oh, can you think of a name for me?" And like that as well. Half the time you're putting in the usernames on Twitter and everything, and it's just taken. So
Yeah.
I refuse to do it unless you have every single handle
Yeah.
available. Do you know what I mean? Which is very fucking rare now.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have people kicking me as well, because I had a few business ideas that I made the handles for and took all the usernames and don't fucking use them. Do you know what I mean? So I'm guilty of it myself.
When did music start for you? So what was the earliest memory you have of music? Like, you play drums, correct?
Yeah.
When was the first time you got a drum set?
I think it was my 12th birthday. I think it was. I got drum kit and
Drum kit, sorry.
drum kit. Yeah, drum set, same thing.
Yeah.
But me and Dave were in a marching band at the time.
Gay.
Fucking nerds. Do you know what? As well, they wear matching uniforms. It's disgusting.
It brought us around the
disgusting.
world, so we had some good memories, good times. But yeah, so we were in a marching band at the time. I
Brought
didn't
you
even
to Selbridge.
So I was playing. I wasn't even playing the drums at the time. I wanted to. I rocked up and I was like, "Oh, I want to play the drums or the trumpet." And they're like, "Okay, here's like a fucking tuba. There you go." And I was like, "Oh, fuck's sake!" So I was getting sick of that, and they eventually get me onto the drums. But so about
I'd love to see you
Yeah,
play the
just-
tuba.
Can you still play it?
probably not. No, I couldn't play at the time either. But that was probably my earliest memory. 12. Well, actually, what age did you be in 6th class?
11 or 12.
11 or 12, yeah. So it would have been 12.
I was
so,
probably
yeah.
20.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's me. 12, 13.
So to touch on the band a little bit, it took you around the world. Like, see, these are things that like other people wouldn't be very familiar with. You know what I mean? So what was it? A band in the local community school or
Crumlin Community Youth Band, shout out you.
Crumlin?
I never
wouldn't
thought I'd
think-
hear the day of Crumlin having a marching
I
band.
know, yeah.
I didn't think that thing
They
exists.
don't fucking. They don't play in Crumlin.
We got
We actually get the rehearsal space and walk.
They have to go to New York.
we marched one time around Crumlin. We got egged.
I mean, that's the perception, isn't it? Like,
Do you go to a private school?
No.
No.
Dead serious? No, we don't know.
But it was great crack. Like, we got to go to London. We marched in the Paddy's Day Parade in London. We
hell.
went to New York. We went to Florida with the band. Marched in the
class.
Paddy's Day Parade. And like, we used to go down to Tralee like every year. And I started in it when I was 7. And like, it used to take a mad serious. And then as soon as you go 18, it's just like a session. Like, anytime you go anywhere with it, it's just
a
like
big
yeah, it's
piss
just on the
up,
piss.
a big
Yeah.
piss up. Like the Rose of Tralee Festival, we did it like every single year. And it was great crack. Like, but it's just a big mad piss up.
Yes, it actually sounds deadly. Sorry, lads, what age are you?
I'm 25.
I'm 25 as well.
They've had to think about that. I'm 25.
So they're all 25.
Yeah.
And how did you all meet?
I knew
Did
Ian.
you meet through the band?
Yeah, I know Ian years. I know Ian longer than I don't know him. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's been sad. It's been sad. Fuck's sake. But know Ian my whole life. And I met Sean in college.
Right.
We were studying music at the time. And we both failed the course miserably. But we met
Happens
through,
the best of us, don't worry.
yeah. So we met through that. And that's where we started the band from, was through college and all that.
Right.
And we were basically like just the two most normal people there, which doesn't say a lot for the rest of the people that were in
Yeah.
the course.
I walked in, it was a music course, no arty farty. And I walked in the first day, like, everyone had hair down to their arse, like, mad hippie looking fuckers in this, and I was terrified, and I didn't know he was the only half normal looking chap there, like, so I went over and sat beside him, and it's all downhill
I
from there.
appreciate that.
He
though.
wasn't one of the smelly kids.
He
Anyway.
wasn't one of the smelly kids, no.
Not that day.
That was one of my questions. Did you study music in school? So, what about earlier on in school? Did you study music at a lower age, like, or was it just college?
Yeah, I was lucky. I had it in my school, in secondary school. So I did that instead of learning a language, which
Right.
is fucking deadly.
Yeah.
Dave had to do it outside school.
And
didn't
did you enjoy it while you were in
I
school?
loved it, but I never started singing until I kept getting in trouble in school because I just never shut up.
Right.
And
Singing? Oh,
no, just talking,
walking around.
just talking absolute shite, and then the teacher would go, "Sean, stop talking." It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It's fucking just a dickhead, really. And kept getting detention, but detention was on the choir time because obviously that was a fucking punishment because the school choir was shy.
Right.
And I just started getting involved in that then because I was there so much, and
Right.
then started singing. And
Right.
yeah,
What about yourself?
I went to Drimna Castle, and they didn't do, from first to third year, you could do music there.
we
But
look
then
they had books.
yeah.
My son goes there now, actually.
Does he actually?
Yeah.
Yeah. Secondary or primary?
Primary at the moment.
Primary, yeah. No, the secondary's kip. But so don't send them there. But yeah, like they hadn't got it from fourth year upwards, so I had to go outside. I could do it as a leaving cert subject, but I had to go to Clymore College
Right.
on Monday and
It's supposed to be
Tuesday.
decent down there, actually.
It actually is, yeah. Like it was grand, like it was fine. But
That's where we went to college as well.
That's where we went actually to college.
Is that
as
still
well.
there now, is it?
The what?
Coilmore College.
Clymore, yeah, it's
I
still
think
there.
so. I
Yeah.
think it's still ticking over.
It's still going, yeah. But that's where we went to college there as well and
Yeah.
studied music there.
Great course.
tried-
We were
tried
shit students.
yeah. But they see studying music is different though. Like you think like studying music is like guitars and all, but you're doing like the theory of this and all,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there's this big. It's kind of boring. If you're interested in it, it's really fun. Like you study the Beatles and all.
Do you regret going to college?
No. 'cause
Sorry,
I-
Ian, what about yourself? Did you study
Barry.
music?
I did music in 5th and 6th year, 4th, 5th and 6th year, but I didn't go to college for music, no.
Right.
Because
What did you study in college?
it was
I should know this.
I can't remember, it was like a... It was like,
It doesn't know.
it was advertised as like an access course for the fire brigade and the HSE or whatever, but
You got absolutely no
community
access.
and healthcare management. That's what it was. Yeah,
Obviously, you enjoyed it, yeah.
yeah. No, it was like right opposite Weatherspoon, so it was like a €5 breakfast and a pint. So every day. But yeah, no, I didn't study music. 6th year I did it. 5th and 6th year because in 4th year the music teacher was like, "Oh, come on, we'll try and get a music class going," because our school didn't do music for leaving cert for I don't know how many years. My sister, a few years ahead of me, she went outside of school to do it as well. But in 4th year, the teacher was a bit of crack. We got a new teacher in, so she was a bit of crack. So she managed to turn a few people over to play.
Yeah.
And,
It's mad
yeah.
the influence like a teacher that's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
cool has on students,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like?
I wouldn't have got through school if it wasn't for my tutor, and I can like safely say that. Like I know, like I got through it purely because of him. He
Yeah.
just had a deadly little connection. He got me a trial for UCD and all he did, like,
Really,
football
yeah.
team, like so.
Barely, yeah.
Like where do you get that? Like, do you know what I mean? To make a relationship like that, so it's very important, isn't
Yeah,
it?
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot more teachers doing it now as well. I think even with parents and teachers, I think they are kind of trying to build a relationship that bit earlier with them.
Be
do
a
you know
bit
what I
more
mean?
open minded
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
think
Yeah.
they
know
can
what I mean?
just they generally because they deal with how many bleeding kids per year. Do you know what I mean? They generally see who's a good kid and like whether they're lost or not, or if they're
So
getting.
if they're little bastards, you just forget about them. Is that
No,
what you're
but
saying?
no, like if there's
I
a
was a
good kid
bastard.
there, oh, well, you still are to be fair. But like, you tend to see like a good kid in someone. Do you know what I mean? But if they're being like thrown down the wrong path or whatever, or I think they do kind of look to help you and dig you out a little bit. I know that happened to me in terms of friends I was hanging around with growing up. My tutor would end up like he'd just give me solid advice, and that's how I got through it. Yeah.
Apparently the podcast about him now. Like.
Trust me.
And how does that make you feel?
Do you know what? It actually makes me feel pretty fucking good because all I do is listen to him. I'll take
only joking,
my
bud.
shine, I will, Jay.
So at what stage? So you studied in school, you did, and you didn't. But were you always into music? Ian?
Yeah, well, yeah, because of the marching band, it's always good crack. Like,
Was that your first introduction into music, the marching band, or were you into it
I
beforehand?
was a bit into it beforehand. Me and a few of the lads in primary school. That's what, like, listening to Green Day and all, saying we're gonna make a band and stuff, but we didn't have a singer. So
Wasn't your confirmation or communion outfit like the Black Parade?
no, that was one of the lads. No, my confirmation outfit was just like a Metallica t-shirt and a Metallica hoodie, like, you know,
With the badge on it.
Yeah, I had the badge like, on my shoulders.
Oh, it's a red badge for a confirm, isn't it? What about yourself?
The music, like
Yeah.
what got me into it.
No, like, what age did you kind of show an interest in? Like, was it before school or was it only in school that you kind of?
I was young. I was shy at everything else. Like I couldn't play a sport for the life of me. Couldn't do anything, and music was the only thing I was kind of good at. So my mum and dad really pushed me down that route. Like I was really young. I think I was like 6 or something like that when they first got me a guitar, kind of a thing.
Right.
And like I started doing guitar lessons, and then they seen the marching band, and I played the trumpet in the marching band for years and stuff. But as I said, I'm not good at anything else apart from music, and I'm pretty average as well when it comes down to it. So yeah, probably about 6 or 7.
What about you, Sean?
I always had like kind of music in the gaff just because my dad would be big into it, like just listening. He never played any instruments or anything, but
Right, just a big
he's
music
into
fan.
Irish trad and folk music and singer-songwriters and all, so it was just always around.
What you
Yeah.
grew
And
up
then,
on.
yeah, and then kind of when I went into school, then it was a subject that I didn't have to learn a different language for
Yeah.
instead of, so I just went, yeah, fuck it.
Kicking
why not?
yourself now.
Yeah. Can't speak Spanish or anything. Like.
You're on a French podcast if you
How many instruments do you play yourself, Sean?
One. Badly.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say
Oh,
play,
wait,
really.
But when you say play, like I pick it up.
He plays the microphone.
What would I do? The guitar, I have the mandolin, piano.
The mandolin, isn't that a fucking Star Wars movie or something? What the fuck's a mandolin?
It's like a really small guitar.
Right.
It's like a small guitar. With loads
People
of
always
string.
think it's a ukulele.
He's-
or a
Yeah,
banjo.
that's what
You're trying to
comes
add an instrument. It's a fucking guitar. You play a guitar.
It's basically the same thing. What else? Piano.
You can play the piano, can you?
Basic, yeah, simple chords.
Twinkle,
Trumpet,
twinkle and all.
twinkle, twinkle, and all that jazz. Trumpet.
Trumpet as well,
Yeah.
deadly.
He's good at the old trumpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good at the old trumpet.
Am I? I haven't played him in ages.
Chris is better.
Yeah. But yeah, that'd be it. It's only a few. Like I can play basic stuff. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
wouldn't class them as I can properly play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm assuming you can play the bass as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anybody
Yeah,
can play the
anything,
bass. Anybody can play the bass.
anything with strings. The violin.
No,
No.
no. I'd love to. Like, I'm too old now. You have to be like really young to start playing the violin. You can't start at an older age. Do you know
Why?
what I
Just because it's
mean?
so difficult.
Because it's so difficult and stuff like that. Like, it'll take you like when you start playing the violin, you'll get like 2 years of not making a sound
Just
at
like
all. Out of it,
screeches.
just screeching, pure
Really?
screeching. Yeah. Do you ever notice like people that anybody who really plays the violin started playing it when they were really young? And
I thought they were all just Chinese.
yeah, and they are all Chinese as well.
Hope that wasn't a racist thing to say, by the way. But no,
You don't know these days, to be
I-
fair.
I
That
was
could have
over
very
it.
well been.
I was over in Vegas for a podcast about me now. I was over in Vegas there 2-3 years ago, and a violinist came out on the stage, and he fucking was unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like I can't even explain it. He was playing along with Celine Dion, and he was just fucking insane. But I would have assumed, I suppose they're using a fucking stick or whatever the fuck the stick term is for the stick.
A bow.
Yeah, using
bow,
something
yeah.
else. Yeah, so the harp, not the harp, but what else is strings that'd be similar? Like they would all be similar enough, wouldn't
They
they?
would be, yeah. Like, you have the cello as well. The cello
Yeah.
goes between your legs. It's a big, huge yoke.
Yeah,
Kind
that's
of a
actually what
thing.
I was talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah,
That'd
So-
be closer to the base, wouldn't
That'd
it?
be more like the bass. Like, so.
you'd be able to pick something up like that handy enough, like.
Oh, yeah, kind of. Like, it would probably sound more. If I practiced that, I'd be able
Yeah.
to do it. This is boring now, but like the violin and the mandolin are actually tuned the same way, kind of a thing, but they're
Right.
just played different.
Right.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In post
So-
production, you can put like
You can
cricket
cut-
noises in the background.
Yeah, tumbleweed going, boy. But yeah, no, they're all. It's good crack, anyways.
I play the drums.
I hit things.
I hit things.
And now I know 2 songs on the piano as well, just about. So I say if I put a bit of time and effort into that, I could probably learn the piano.
Anytime Bailey sees a piano, he just sits down and goes diddle-diddle-doo, diddle-diddle. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Bailey.
You YouTubed it when he was 8 and never lost it.
That's exactly
That's
what I
it.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
exactly what happened.
I said it because I done the fucking very same thing. What, Jay? Can you play any instruments?
Oh, you can play fuck all. No.
Well, you can
No.
play football.
I said fuck all.
We said football.
Right. Okay. No, well, I can play fuck all. Yeah, but football's not a fucking instrument.
No, it's a sport though.
Yeah, so why did you ask me, can I play
Because
an
you can
instrument?
play something.
You get me point. Anyway, do you remember the very first song you've written together as a band?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Because that's the reason I asked. Because normally you tend to kind of cringe at it or something, wouldn't
The
you?
song was called "This Love Won't Work Like This." So
It's this as a group.
Nah, just me and Dave at this stage. Oh, it's fucking muck.
it was dire.
We thought it was class at
What
the
was it
time.
called?
This love won't work like this.
And literally, they were the words.
Cringe.
Whose board was a cunt?
No comment.
Might be watching
It
this
wasn't
actually.
mine. It wasn't mine.
But it was just, it was so bad, and we were like, oh my god, this is going to be huge. This is such a good song.
This is going to be all over the radio. And then it was shy.
It was just poxy.
Oh, it was fucking.
What didn't you like about it?
It was just the whole thing is just a big cringe fest.
It was crap.
Right, but that's me. Like that's why I'm asking.
Right, here,
because-
hold on. Go on, break it down, lads.
Not done.
Give us a few lyrics from it. You just have to remember.
Don't. There's you just don't.
Right, but that's why I was asking, because obviously when you've done it, you're like, right, this is fucking gonna blow,
Yeah.
radio, this, that, and the other. Why do you feel so negatively about it then?
Oh fuck! Because we've got so much better. We've
Gotten better.
Obviously,
songs
you're right.
now,
Yeah.
I hope not in a few years' time. Now we're gonna look back over the music we have now and
Yes,
go,
will.
"Oh, that was so
100%.
cringy." Yeah. But I
yeah,
don't
no,
know.
it was real. Like there's cracks in our foundation, and then we can't find a solution. And then it went, this love won't work like this. This love won't stop. Work like this.
I used to go like this. So you'd be playing the guitar, right? And you go, "This love won't work." So that's what you know.
I wasn't going to
just
mention that bit.
awful.
I wasn't going to mention that part of it.
Sounds like a fucking tune to me.
We'll play it for you when the
I'm
cameras
in for
go
the
on.
moves alone. Sweaty armpits everywhere.
Yeah, and then we were doing band photos at the time, and that was like, we were like, oh, we'll post the photo like this because it's so.
John's a great
so
idea.
cool and all.
How old is?
He did.
You'd have the guitar like this, and you'd be like, "This is the photos." Like, I think I'm have to knocking off a light there.
That's all good. Yeah, it's all good. It's not that fucking up the light, Jay.
Grab the guitar and fucking throw it over the hill, you know?
Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I had to fucking everything up. Just completely threw me on. My light's gone.
Studio was fucked.
What about yourself, Ian? Any solo songs?
I have a drum solo in one of the songs, but
It changes every time he plays
I don't
it.
actually have anything written for it. I just change every time we play. It changes.
We fixed the light.
The light is up.
So no, not really. I'm sorry, just there.
The singing side of things, did it appeal to you at all, or?
I'd love to be able to sing. I just can't.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'd love to be. I'm a class singer in the shower now.
Ian can't
Other than
sing. He just doesn't have the confidence.
It's
to
a
do it.
confidence thing.
And we try and get it out of him.
Would
Yeah.
you not like slowly start like in the background, just fucking?
I've done a few backing vocals before, haven't I?
Yeah.
Once or
Yeah.
twice.
You have, yeah, and you sound great.
Yeah, that's what they say. But like, auto-tune is very easy to use. You know?
I can see why the confidence is down. You know?
Yeah. No, I'm happy out playing the drums. To be fair, like
Yeah.
I said, I'd love to be able to sing, but
You do
What about
turn
that?
around though. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, you go
You
ahead.
do turn around at the gigs and you just see Ian like fucking
Oh, I-
belting out the lyrics and I'm like,
I'd
oh,
be
I wish you
singing
had a
along in the
mic.
background, but there's no mic, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You said before.
It does it help you play, Ian?
Sometimes I'm
Like
very
I can imagine
concentrated.
if you have a tune and you're playing along, like if there's no mic, it's probably easier to fucking. Do you know what I mean? Just sing along.
I don't know. Some people say you say you'd never be able to play the drums and sing at the same time.
No,
didn't
because
you?
it's like the
Too much going
too
on.
much going on with your hands, and you have to use your feet as
I
well.
know,
and,
yeah.
and then you're
It's like
singing.
driving a bleeding car, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like singing. But
You
Turning
said,
on a few indicators.
yeah.
Stop.
You said before we did a festival a good few years ago.
Fuck, that's the wipers. Sorry, I had to do that.
We did a festival a good few years ago, and we set up like a drum for him at the front.
Right.
kind of a thing. So during one of the songs, he could walk forward and like play with us because we're standing at the front, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's always kind of in the background. So he said, "How about this time we set him up?" And he said, "You shit yourself, didn't you?" Because he's never been up the front, and he walked up and he was like, "Ugh," and you completely messed up the drums. Yeah.
And then I was also trying to figure out how to like play the drums and then throw sticks out into the crowd at the same time. I was like, "Ah, fuck!" I know I was all over the place that day.
It is mad though when you get used to like a setup. Like say if me and Ian went to do a gig, I'd be like, "Oh fuck, Dave's not here. Like what's going on?" And it's mad because we did one gig ever, and without Dave, and Ian was plastered for it. Do you remember that one? We opened for Nobody's Heroes, and it was good gig then.
What was that for?
Dave was at Bruno Mars.
Oh,
man.
Priorities.
It
Priorities.
was so fucking awkward because I don't like talking on the mic to the crowd.
Dave's the talker.
Dave's the
I would have
talker.
never guessed.
Oh, that's fucking. It's mental. It's mental, and like,
So I had a mic set up as well, and I'm dreadful at
and
talking.
Ian did more
Yeah,
talking.
stuttering
Ian did
and
more
that.
talking than I did. I was like, "Oh, just get the fuck off this stage." Like, just get me
It's
off.
mad. You do need that kind of structure, don't
Yeah,
you? Where
it's
everyone has
mad.
a place, like you know.
You know
So
people's
weird.
strengths in the band, isn't it? Like, so yeah.
Yeah.
What about yourself? Did I ask you already? Can you sing?
I do. Not really, no. I do sing some of our songs, like I have songs that I sing, but I prefer like it's just so much concentration though when you're singing. You know, like it's a lot more fun. You can kind of relax a lot more when you're not singing.
Right.
You'll get this like for the songs that I sing. It's like you just have to concentrate on what you're playing.
The,
know what I
You can
mean?
the song that
you
you
can just
put out
dance
though.
around, bop around, move
Yeah.
around. Like you can fucking shout at someone. You can
Yeah.
walk
You can-
away from the microphone and go over to the bass player and go, "You're shy," and all that. But like
Scare
when
birdie.
you're singing, you're literally the whole time you're just right. I can't fuck up the lyrics, blah blah blah. But you still fuck up the lyrics.
Well, I seen in the coming home one, especially the performance on the Late Late Show. Like you just seen, although there was no crowd there, obviously due to the pandemic, but you just seemed like you had that confidence as you were leading the song.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it does, like you're saying, you can sing in some of them. Like the confidence is there, obviously.
Yeah, and that's all it is that like it's just a confidence thing, but it's just like as well when you're singing, like if you mess up your vocal, if you mess up a note on the guitar, it's not too bad. If you're singing and you go like this,
Yeah.
like it's just no
Speaking
getting
of phone
rid
sex,
that. You know, but yeah, I enjoy it anyways. It's good fun.
what was the experience like on the Late Late Toy Show? Oh, Toy Show.
Toy show. Which was
That's
a
the
toy
only
show.
fucking Late Late Show we watched, so that's why it came out. But that is like it's like an Irish dream for everyone. I think is
Yeah,
to
it
get
was-
on the Late Late
When
Show.
you get on that, you know you're kind of onto something, don't you? Like, so.
It was mental. It was mental. Like we found out a couple of weeks before, and we literally just practiced the one song. We fucking hate it now because we
Practice
practiced
the
it
song.
so
So
much.
many times.
We literally practiced it like 5-6 days a week for 3 or 4 hours a night, like until the show. And then when we got to the show, they were like, "Oh, we can do a couple of takes anyway because it's a pre-record." So we were like, "Fuck, why did we bother?" But yeah,
Probably
no,
still worth it.
it was deadly. Like it was mad because of the pandemic. There was no crowd, and like we all had to be in separate dressing rooms and everything.
We were
Which
nice.
was-
That's-
it was
We
Oh,
mad.
arrived
isn't it?
together in a car. We drove in together. And we were standing all beside each other, and they're like, right, because of COVID, we need to separate you out and put you all in separate dressing rooms and all. We're like,
FaceTime, leave everyone there. Yeah,
I actually really enjoyed my peace and quiet.
You spoke with Tuberty prior to that, didn't you? Due to your own battles. We'll touch on that in a minute.
Yeah.
But was there like a comfortability around him at that point? Like, because you felt like you kind of had a bit.
He's
With him,
such a
Johnny?
nice bloke.
He's sound. He
He's
is
so
absolutely
sound.
Yeah.
lovely. And I had done a radio interview with him a while ago, and he was really cool. Do you know what I mean? He was really.
I listened
sound
to
on
it.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
"Oh,
good.
Thank you." And like, so I did that, and he was really sound. And even when we got there and all, I said to him, I thought I messed up the interview on the phone, and all, I thought I fucked it up. He was like, no, you're a pair. It was grand.
Touching
like,
me leg, man.
Yeah, but he was lovely. There is a
Comforting.
He's
So
sound, he is,
yeah.
like you can talk to him. Like.
it's just like having a conversation
normal
with a
job
mate.
show.
Like yeah, he's just a normal bloke.
I think you kind of need that when you're
Yeah.
interviewing people as
Yeah.
well, though, don't you? Like,
It's mad because he's like Marmite, isn't he? Like for some people.
Yeah,
Some
some
people
people hate
genuinely.
him.
Some people
yeah.
hate him,
Absolutely
and
hate
he was genuinely so nice. All the staff were deadly to us there as well. Like, and we were raging because they have like a bar, and they were like normally like the VIP bars here, so like everyone who's on the show would be
Mingling.
sitting in, having a
Mixing
few
here and having
drinks.
the drinks and
And
all.
they were like, but there's a couple of bottle of water up there if you want, because we weren't allowed. We
Here's
weren't
a cup
allowed
of
to
coffee.
drink or
We're like,
mingle
"Oh."
around, and yeah, it was
So you
mad.
didn't even meet any of the other guests at all?
We
no?
met the academic on their way out. We were going in. They were on the way out, and just how he is, lads, and that was
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much it. Like,
yeah.
Because we had a guest on the show, Martin Eastwood, and he met Will Ferrell, was it? Was it Will Ferrell?
I don't know. Oh no, it was the other bloke from Step Brothers, John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
He was on the Late
He
Late
was on
Show
the
as
Late
well.
Late, and he met him in like the green room beforehand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he met a few people actually, didn't there? Was a few big names.
I couldn't
rub
tell
it in,
you.
lads.
Keep going,
yeah. Use me
What
fucking
you missed out on there? Yeah.
You'll get it on the next one, don't worry. But yeah, that's mad that happened, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I completely forgot about that.
it's a shame that it was at that time, but at the same time, I'd say it was still quality. Like,
It was, yeah, it was a really cool experience. I have to say, like,
He
it's
said he'd
just,
get us back in as well. So
Did he?
hopefully-
yeah.
He got us.
we say that to all our guests.
It's just a nice thing to say, innit? We'll get you
I
back.
will have his back.
No way, fuck.
What
Yeah,
did what came from that performance then in terms of like your social media interaction? You know,
What that
did you-
podcast saying?
Did you just notice the spike in like interest in the
Well,
band?
the song "Coming Home" went back into the top 10 Irish charts and then hit #1
Happy fucking days, man.
within 2 days of that. So
We didn't
That
know that.
was-
Fair play.
that was fucking deadly.
What was that like? Did you have a little celebration for that, or because that's a big deal?
Not really.
Not really, no.
We never really celebrate stuff like that. We're like, deadly grand. We have a little
Yeah.
On to
like,
the next
thumbs
one,
up
is
in
it?
the group chat, but we
What's that?
kind of
Can we get added? Can we?
Of course, yeah.
to the group chat. To the group chat. Which one? Which fucking one? We have one like specifically for band stuff, so that if anyone ever gets one of our phones, they can't see all the stupid shit we do and say on it.
Just put Jay in one, he'll be our groupie.
Oh, stop! The hell WhatsApp groups can be dangerous, can't they, lads?
Oh, they're brutal.
I'm convinced if my phone has ever found that, but
I'll get locked up.
Yeah.
Mine-
See the new fucking regulations for police and all.
Yeah.
You have to give them your password and all.
No way.
Fuck
I'll
that.
just be phone gone.
Yeah.
That's it. Fucking
Haven't got a phone, I
good
swear.
boy. Yeah.
Ringing in your pocket.
Fairness, you'd be delighted if you have a Nokia. Look,
I think the WhatsApp peaked at the Jamie Lee video. You've all seen the Jamie Lee video, surely.
I don't think so.
oh my
no.
god, they haven't.
We're right. We're not going to show you now, but
Can
we
you
will
explain it?
afterwards.
Can you?
Yeah, there's a
Talk
bit
us through it there.
like. I think it's a bit of a touchy subject as well, though,
The
isn't
Jamie Lee one?
it? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it could be. Now I find it fucking.
I
Who's
think it's
Jamie
hilarious.
Lee?
So it's basically like this
You know me,
girl.
Jamie Lee.
No, we're fucking way out of touch with this shit.
Lads.
It's basically just like a girl in the back of a car recording, and she's like, "Oh, I want to give a wee shout out to me mate Jamie Lee or whatever," and she puts the
you have to
camera up
sound
to
it
her.
out, Jay.
I'm not gonna do it. Right, I'm not. I'll have to show them afterwards. But basically, she puts the camera to our mate Jamie Lee, and
Yeah, I'll get blocked tonight. Yeah.
basically does that. But then it's a parody of another fella sitting in the car doing, and he takes the piss out of it. It sounds completely unfunny, but when I show you, you just fucking pisses yourselves. Do you know what I mean?
It is. It's actually fucking gas.
I
There
think
was
that-
loads of videos after it. Then just obviously crying.
It's terrible in the sense it is, and I feel for the person because that person's getting fucking.
Abuse.
Yeah.
I'm literally just waiting for that to show up on Ellen. That's how big it went. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm surprised you just haven't seen it. That's
No.
mad. Yeah,
It
fucking
just-
WhatsApp's what?
It just goes to show, doesn't it?
We were actually only saying to Eno earlier, like he has an Android and we have iPhones. And,
Who has Android? Ian?
Yeah.
Sorry to hear
Fucking
that.
would be,
out,
Barry,
yeah.
wouldn't it?
yeah, we were like, the guards would see an Android, they'd just be like, it doesn't matter, it's grand. Just fuck, won't touch it. The key to getting away with drug dealing. Buy
Lads,
an Android.
where was your first gig you've ever done?
Together or separate or
Together.
together.
Oh,
We did one with college,
yeah.
which was when we decided that we were gonna go, we're fucking class, we're gonna be a band.
We
This was the two of yous.
yeah we did.
Stop leaving him out, will you?
Boy, he wasn't even in the band at the time. It was.
Make him feel like he was. Barry, don't worry about it.
Actually, I showed up to that.
You
gig.
can't. No.
I went to that gig.
See?
I was in the or is that a different
That
one?
was
No,
no.
that's a
We
different
we
one.
I
did
got fucked
one.
myself.
Yeah, we did one through college. We got like we went to a school thing. It was only small, and then we did one after that in Whelan's. It
Right.
was at like Whelan's got this lad who books gigs in Whelan's, and like Ed Sheeran had just played in Whelan's, so like Whelan's was the place. to
place
play.
to be,
In
yeah.
place at the
And
time.
we had
yeah.
heard we got Whelan's. We're like, oh my god, this is unbelievable.
We
And it was-
were famous like that. Like that's what we thought.
Yeah.
we were like, we're sorted now. And he actually came along to the gig. He wasn't even in the band at the time, and it was terrifying. And I feel like that was the biggest crowd we ever played at, but it probably wasn't. Like, there were probably about 20 people there, but we were like, this is loads of people.
But
Yeah.
the band before us cleared out the
Oh
place
my
because
God, yeah.
the lead singer was a prick. And he literally said on the mic, he goes, if this is where you want to hear fucking Mr. Brightside, you can leave now. And everyone just left. It was fucking, he was just a dickhead. Like,
You used to
Well
stand there like, yeah.
yeah, we're next.
He was only messing.
we got robbed that gig as well because
We
they
did.
were like,
The guy
anyone
was-
that pays on the door, you get the money for them. And we were like, fucking grand. And before we went on, your man went off the door, let everyone in
Oh, for
for
fuck's
nothing,
sake.
and fucked off with all the money he'd made from all the other bands.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cunt.
Speaking of other bands, which other bands would inspire you? Like, which band would you look up to or try, not replicate, but you know what I mean? Get your ideas from or compare yourself to more so.
Elton John.
That's sorry for cutting you off. That's actually a good question because the three of yous, which is our music, like your taste in music, all differ.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
So,
it's
so,
different.
how does that come
yeah.
together?
It's mad, like, because I listen to, like, I'd listen to singer-songwriters like Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift. You know, you have to
You
love
know,
Swiftie.
you know who's fucking, sorry to cut you off, you know who was fucking unbelievable right now? Your one Olivia, have you heard her?
Yeah, yeah.
Olivia
Fuck
Rodrigo,
me.
yeah, she's unbelievable.
She's
Something
only like 17 or something,
Yeah.
man. She's writing songs that fucking...
belters.
Oh!
But
The
is she writing them?
relatability to the music and all is fucking unbelievable. Sorry, Sean.
Here we go.
Yeah, no, she's fucking deadly. But
You threw a question mark over that there,
Yeah,
you know?
is she writing those songs?
Or someone writing them for her. Do you know what I mean?
Because have you heard? Do you know the song? It's
Paramore.
massive at the minute. Good for you, you look
Yeah.
up. It's the exact same. I didn't go for that because of that. But it's the exact same as like one of the old Paramore songs.
Yeah, no,
Right, okay.
it did sound familiar to me, but that could be, it could have been,
It could be a coincidence.
Music,
or it could be inspiration.
Yeah.
music tends to recycle itself. Though,
Yeah,
do you know
I
what
think
mean?
that as
A certain
well.
amount of songs do absolutely sound the same after
Yeah.
a certain amount of years. You know, they all start kind of.
Sure,
Yeah,
I'm
starting to hear
a
loads,
mad Eminem fan, and the songs that I'm listening to from him lately are just covers of all like rock songs from like
Yeah.
30 years ago.
Mm.
You know, it does, it happens.
Now, just as a little exclaimer, is that the
Disclaimer.
word? Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, see, I'm fucking
You're
good.
as bad as me.
Disclaimer.
As a little disclaimer, in case Olivia Rodrigo does see this, you're class, but like write your own fucking music.
Is it confirmed that she's not though?
No, I'm just.
Well, if she
Yeah.
does write her own music, she's
Yeah.
a shit.
No, she's still the shit. She's class.
Yeah, even if they don't, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking multi millionaires who don't write their own music.
I'd love someone
you
to
know?
write all
I
our
think she
songs for
does
us.
though.
Would you?
I'd fucking love it. You just go out.
Write
There
a
you
song
go.
with
There's
so
a
much
song. Go
stress,
out and
yeah.
perform. Oh,
How long
class.
does it take? How long does the process take to write a good song?
Fuck me.
We've
Right.
literally had songs. Sorry, go on.
We've had songs, yeah, like for years that we've been writing, and I mean that when I say it, like we're releasing a few songs now, and some of them are, I'd say, maybe about 5 years old, but we've just like we started writing them, maybe lost interest in them, or like just hit a wall with it and said feck it, we'll leave it, and then we come back to it again a few years later, bring the song back up again, and say, oh, this idea would be cool here, kind of a thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's fun. Like the only song we ever properly, The Tower. I don't know if you've ever heard our song, The Tower. That was the only
did,
song we had. Like Sean had the idea for the chorus, and we all met up and wrote it straight away. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? And like,
It was literally written, recorded, released within like 2 months. Like,
Right.
it was.
but everything else, like some of our songs, will take years to
Right.
write. Like,
We're looking to do a little spin off of this show. That'd be a great idea, wouldn't it?
What? Oh, write a song?
Write a song.
Oh, no.
We should do it, lads.
Yeah.
Document the
Yeah.
whole thing.
So basically, that's kind of what we're looking to do in a sense. We bring some guests on. So we have one with a guy he has a business called Sneaker Surgery. So he designs his own shoes or whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out and spend a day working with him where we'll design our own pair of shoes and all. We'll have a little competition. We'll record it and see who does the best or whatever. You know
I'm
what I
gonna
mean?
vote that he wins. Sorry. Sorry, you're
I'm
gonna
an
put a dick
artistic
on yours or
genius.
something.
Barry'll vote for you. Don't worry about it. But basically, yeah. So we're gonna do something like that. You know, Enya Martin, who was on. You want to do a bit of stand-up comedy, don't
Yeah.
you?
We
don't.
basically want to venture into everyone's line of work, a day in the life type thing.
That's
You
a
said
deadly-
you want to
that's
get a
a deadly
fucking
idea.
copper on. How would you want to do that?
What do you mean?
We're not going fucking working with a copper.
Imagine you going around with the guards, arresting people and all.
It looked normal because I'd be sitting in the back. Do you know what I mean? Two of us, like, do you know what I mean? Two boys got nicked.
You'd be sitting in the back. I'd be fucking smoke the back of me shoes. Good luck. I'd be waving at you in the car. Oh, stop.
I can imagine
right
you
along.
just sitting in the front going, can I press the siren now? Can I touch the siren now?
He'll be the
fairness-
officer that eats the donuts.
In fairness, tell me you wouldn't love to drive around with a copper for the
Oh,
day.
fucking...
I'd love it. I'd love to see
100%.
what it's like. I would
Yeah.
love to see
You
what
would.
it's like.
You wouldn't be allowed though.
It'd be
Definitely.
like Kevin Hart and Ice Cube all over again, wouldn't it? Goes to Dublin, yeah.
But that's a cool idea. If you're up for that, we'll definitely organise
That's a deadly
that.
idea.
Yeah,
That's
it's a spin off. Like we're gonna record, like we're gonna document it with the proper cameras and everything else. What you laughing at? You little dick.
Yeah, I'll only do it if I'm allowed to auto tune, because fuck that my singing.
You don't have to sing. What
Oh, right,
song?
right,
like?
song.
What we'll do
all
is,
right.
what we'll do is we'll do
I want
that,
credit
yeah.
if I give them a fucking banger.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I want money. Yeah, just write a song with us, and then one of our gigs just come on and play the song.
No, because you
I'd
know
do
what?
that. That'd be
I
great,
seen that
like.
on Impractical Jokers where they had to open for Imagine Dragons. Fuck that. It's not happening.
To be fair though, they found out then and there that that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
You'll have a bit of notice.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
You had to go
They're-
and
they're-
Prepare the moves.
Yeah.
yeah. Kiss that guitar here.
They had to go out on stage,
Get the links.
learn an instrument on stage, write a song while they're
That was
fucking-
silly. And you had to
It's
call them the Imagination
Yeah, oh,
Dragons.
it's fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
we need
It's
to do that.
amazing.
Imagine that. Before one of their gigs, we had to perform a song each. That'd be amazing.
That'd be gas.
That would be amazing.
But
We
I
have a
d-
gig coming up that you could do it if you want.
I'm game.
No. Get Dean or something to do. Fuck that. I'm not doing it. No, I'll go and
Stop.
support. But
No, listen.
fuck that.
I'll make him change his mind. Don't worry. Otherwise, he's getting sacked.
Fine, I'll do it.
I'm
I'll
just-
do it.
So lads,
Leg.
tell me how much of an impact has music have had on his life so far? Like, assuming it's nearly is a full life now. Everything is music. Like,
It's taken over a good bit. Like we miss, like it's a bit shit. You miss like some family things and whatever, but like we love it. We put so much energy and time and like just everything into it. And yeah, it's it. Like we kind of our life revolves around the band. The band doesn't revolve around what we do in our
Yeah.
day to day.
so
You
the
know what
band
I mean?
comes first.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
it's
everything.
been like that
It's
since like we've missed kids' birthdays and
I missed my cousin's wedding and all,
Yeah.
like, because
Yeah.
you're gigging 24/7. Like, I missed all my mates' 18th, and then all their 24th as well, because we're gigging like every single weekend.
he only has 2 mates.
These lads.
These two, yeah.
But like before pandemic, it was like, let's say the girlfriend would say, "Here, do you want to do something this day?" You say, "I have to check my calendar. I have to check." We have like a band calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to check
iCloud.
that.
Oh no, Android. Sorry.
Yeah.
Google Calendar.
Google
sorry.
Calendar, yeah.
You fucked it, Ian.
So you'd have to check that, and like, no, I can't do that day because, or you might plan something with her, and then
Who's her?
Yeah, the girl,
Ball and
Female.
chain.
Her name is Whore, is it?
Whore, yeah.
Great name.
But you might plan something, and then
The ball
you
and
have to
chain.
cancel it because you have a gig or something, you know.
Yeah.
So in that way, it's a pain. But
I'm assuming all your missus and family are supportive, though. Yeah.
Yeah, they're deadly. They fucking hate it at times because they're like, I never get to see you.
Yeah.
And like we're like, it's fucking great. We never have to see them. Do you know what I mean?
So,
You're sorry, Jay.
go on.
Yeah, your brother's Gavin James' new song's deadly, isn't it? Did you ever get that before? Did you?
All the
the
fucking time. It's
Sorry,
just because I'm fat, ginger, and have a receding hairline. Like
He is quality. Though.
Oh, he's class.
He is quality.
we were actually recording like an intro to one of our live stream gigs there in Dublin a couple of weeks ago, and literally a taxi man goes, "You Gavin James?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "Oh, fuck off, so."
That's a pure dub thing, isn't it? Like, oh,
Well, go on
quality.
then. You know, use, yeah. I found it interesting that you said, like, your lives revolve around the band. So, when you got your news, you had leukemia, yeah?
Yeah.
You were diagnosed with leukemia. In terms of the band, we'll speak on you in a minute alone, but in terms of the band, what was the reaction like, and in terms of, like, plans going forward?
He's a selfish prick. He's fucking.
But you know what? I will say this, right? Because he's kind of like cracked a few jokes before we went on. Like you're clearly all comfortable about it. You know what I mean? To take the piss on. It's what lads do, isn't it?
Yeah.
So fair play for that.
We,
Like
when we were mid gig, when Dave was getting phone calls saying get down to James's, but we were like kind of gigging and
when he literally could have dropped dead.
Yeah.
Like they told him that like a sneeze or like a fucking cough could have caused the bleed on his brain and killed him.
But sure,
we were driving him into James's.
taking the piss out.
Stop.
Like, I'm gonna be bald next time we see you.
Count the long way.
We stopped. We stopped in
Cam
the garage down on the boot road there. Do you know that fucking garage down there? And I was like, oh, Dave, this could be your last kind of monster and all. And we didn't know he had leukemia at the time.
Right.
He rang me like 4 hours later. He was like, Sean. I was like, what? He goes, I have cancer. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And we had a gig the next day, and he's in the hospital trying to convince them to get out for the gig. And they were like, you're not allowed to walk around. You can't go to a gig.
I was like,
hell, man.
when I first found out and everything about it.
What age were you when you first found out?
I was 23.
23. Okay.
23, and we were doing a gig that day in the school, and I said missed like I think about 7 calls, and I didn't know who this was, and it was like James's hospital. Like, you need to come down now. I was like, oh,
Right. But they spotted something in a scan or something.
It was
they?
I did bloods. Yeah, I did bloods.
Tell the full story of what you were being treated for and
Oh right, yeah.
the foot and mouth.
So basically, what happened was I broke out with these like lumps on my tongue and all this, and I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Chlamydia.
Like, that's what I think. And it was these fucking mad red blisters.
Poor
and
loves
all.
lick outs.
And that's I went.
Look what she done to him.
And I had like bruises on my hand and all. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, I mean, nose was bleeding, sorry, as well. My nose kept on bleeding. And I went to the doctor on the Monday, and he was like, "Were you out sniffing on the weekend, were you?" And I was like, "What?"
Brutally.
He was like, "Were you out sniffing?" I
To be
goes,
fair, it is
"No."
Walkinsdown.
It's Walkinsdown. And I was like, "No, I wasn't." He's like, "You sure?" And I goes, "Yeah, I'm sure, yeah." And then he goes, "All right, there was bruises on my arms and stuff." He goes, "Did you fall over when you had a few pints?" I was like, "Who the fuck? What do you think I am here?" And I was like, "No, I didn't. I wasn't out because I feel like shit." And he was like, "Right, I'll give you a week off work. I think you have hand, foot, and mouth disease, which like is really rare in
during the famine or
you're
something.
like,
Like
what the
that.
fuck?" Like,
Not only cows got that.
yeah. So it was like I said I had that, and he said, "Come back to us if you still don't feel well." And then I got a week off work, and then I went
What
back
were you
to
doing, just out of curiosity?
I'm an SNA. I work in a skill.
Oh, cool, yeah.
So I
Bless
got
those kids.
yeah, God loved them. God loved them. But then I went back to the doctor on the Thursday because I still felt like crap. And he said, "Right, I'm going to send you for bloods and James's on Friday morning." And I was like, "Okay, kill beans." Went down to James's Friday morning, did the bloods, and then came home, and then got picked up then to go to the gig in the school that we were doing.
Right.
That's where I missed all the phone calls from James saying like something's like a red light basically flashed. Like when they see my blood, they were like, "Oh God, this lad is in bits." And I got called down.
Batman sign up in the
Yeah,
sky.
yeah. I got called down straight down. They did me weight and all that like straight away and brought me
like that
straight into a room and stuff. But yeah, I was there and I had like they were like, "Here's a wheelchair. You're gonna have to go in this wheelchair." I was like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "You can't walk or anything like this because it could cause a bleed to your brain and then you're screwed if there's a bleed to your brain." I was like, "No, I'm grand. I can walk. Like it's grand." And they were like, "Get in the wheelchair. We need to."
So
push
it was
around."
like 0 to 100 real quickly.
Yeah, it was. It was called acute, so it means like it just came on like just like that. Do you know what I mean? It was acute, but it was like the first like few hours, it was the first 3 days, it was like really dangerous. They were like, it's 50-50 if you can survive the first 3 days. Like then after that, it's like really treatable. But I was like to them, "Yeah, listen, I have a gig. Can I go to the gig?" And they're like, "You do realize what we just said, yeah?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I have a gig. Like I need to go to the gig." And they were like, "No."
Could you perform in your wheelchair?
You gotta get in the hospital bed.
I'm not
just like-
standing. No, man.
What's the first thing that comes to mind? Obviously, like to me, if I found like I got that news, to me, I think death. Do you know what I mean? It's the first thing that could come to my mind. You want to go play a fucking gig?
Yeah.
What is genuinely the first thing that came to your mind the second you hear that from a doctor? You can't be as laid back as that. Like, "Oh, you have a gig though."
That's honest to God, 110%. That's what I was like. I was chill
Really?
about. I was grand about.
Probably
the
because
whole
you
thing.
didn't feel
Yeah,
like you had it.
you don't like. I just felt really tired, and that was it. Do you know what I mean? And
We just put it down because we were doing a lot of gigging, travelling and all that. Those few
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
Like, he's just bollocks. He's just wore out.
And Dave does a lot of napping anyway. So
yeah, but like as you were saying with the whole plans with the band and me and all, we had we were releasing a song called The Tower, and it was the biggest push we had on any single ever. Like we had it was FM 104, track of the month.
Select Irish
Select
track on
Irish,
like
it was
7 or 8
getting played, like,
stations.
24/7 on the radio, and it was class. And we're like, then normally what you do is you'd start gigging
Yeah.
this song.
Yeah.
But it was just at the end of February. It was March. Sorry. So it was for February. It was getting played everywhere. And then March is when they found out the news about me. Like, do you know what I mean? So I was like,
Yeah.
typical.
And
Yeah.
then fucking COVID hit.
Then COVID hit then after it. Like,
So you can't
so-
just blame him, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
No,
it wasn't
it's
just
mainly
my
him.
fault. Yeah.
Right, so, okay.
Still fucking mainly him.
But yeah, like when I first found it, like I honest to God was cool about the whole thing. I wasn't like,
When-
oh, poor me or anything. You know?
When did you go into remission?
Was it November?
November, I think. Yeah.
November, yeah. So I was on like when I first found out I was on like chemo like every single day with it, and then I was in hospital for 5 weeks, and then I was going back in and out just to get treatment and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But no, I think it was November the 16th was my last dose, and I did bloods and all, and everything's fine. I get like checked up every month.
Yeah.
They check us up and all, everything's all G.
When you got that news, were your parents there with you, or did you have to tell them yourself?
Oh Jesus, yeah.
That was
Actually,
horrible. That was horrible.
Here's another kind of funny story for you, right? So
I'm not gonna find this funny.
so the doctors had called me, James's hospital called me saying you're gonna need to come in, and this is before they said everything, yeah.
Mhm.
And they were like, we're gonna get your doctor, your local GP, to call your parents because you need to pick up a letter saying that you're here or whatever. So they called me dad, and my dad went down, and my dad was like, could this be cancer, leukemia, because it was the bloods? And the doctor said, yeah, I think it is. So my mum and dad knew I was sick before I did because the doctor from the local GP had told them, right? And my dad called me, and I was like, so what's the story? Am I dying or what's up?
Literally, that was the conversation.
But he didn't laugh at all or anything. And my dad would laugh, he didn't laugh at all. And I was like, oh shit.
We're all sitting in the car outside.
We're taking the piss out of him, like
And we're
still
like having
not
a laugh
knowing
because
what's
I didn't
going
know.
on.
And my man and dad walked over, and I was like, Jesus, you two look fair fucking sad. What's going on? Next minute, my man broke down crying, and I was like, Oh.
He's down background to us laughing and
Just shut the fuck
yeah,
up.
we were already messing away and all that. But yeah, my man and dad were with me when like that actual, like the specialist. There's a specialist over like
Yeah.
this type of cancer. They were there with us, and obviously my man kind of like broke down about the whole thing. But I was like, I have a gig.
So,
What about the gig?
what was the flip side of that? You do go into remission. What was your parents like?
Ah, they were chuffed. They were very happy. Like, do you know what I mean? They were all delighted. See, my mum had cancer as well, like 10 years ago or something. But it was like I wanted to have a huge celebration, but like it was the November lockdown, so we couldn't do
Mhm.
anything. So I just had a few drinks that night with them. But no, it was nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just.
Congrats getting through it, man. Fair
Thank
play
you
to
very
you.
much.
It's
Yeah, no, I
fucking.
appreciate that.
I could never imagine it. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ, it's my biggest fear.
especially for your man, dad. Like, do you know what I mean? Something like that happening to your kid is just, it's the worst.
You'd wish
thing
it
in the
upon
world.
yourself, wouldn't you? More
Yeah,
like so
Ah,
you don't have to.
100%, 100%. Unless his man, dad had good, you know, he probably wouldn't. I thought that was just good. I didn't think that was going to go for a minute. I was like, lads, come on, join me here. But come here, lads. Sorry, were you going to say
No, it was
something?
just like they couldn't like as well. Like I was in. I had like 2 days or 3 days of visitors, and then everything locked down. Do you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
hospital locked down, so like they couldn't even come in and see us or anything like
yeah,
that.
to
They
say
didn't
that
know-
was extremely hard for them. Like,
for them, yeah, like because I was grand because like I knew like yeah, this is what's gonna happen. I'm kept busy,
yeah.
not dying, and like so I could do stuff.
Did
and
you
all, but-
ever think that I'm gonna die?
No,
No.
I didn't.
You always, you knew you had fine and you felt
yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
you were confident all the time.
Yeah, I knew I
like.
was gonna be grand. I
The
knew I was gonna
room,
be
the
okay.
room you were in was mad though, because you had to go. It was like a little sanitization station before you went into. Right. Yeah, like
It's the name of the
New
next album.
single, yeah.
New single.
you'd go in the
I'm
first.
taking notes, and that's the name. My single. I'm like, you're fucked.
You went in the first store, and then you were supervised by a nurse, like making sure you washed your hands properly and put on like all your gowns and all that shit, and then you could go in to see him. Like, it was mad. And that was that just because of COVID, or was it just because?
That's how you do that going into the pictures now as well.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go,
Yeah.
you fucking gown and fucking hand
It
sanitizing
was
your
fucking
face.
mad though, because you were locked up for what, like 5-6 weeks on your own.
Yeah.
I'd jump out a window or something.
That's it. But the light of
wouldn't
that
be-
is
I wouldn't be
FaceTime
able
is
to.
fucking great, isn't it? Like,
that was it. Yeah, I could use the FaceTime and all, chat away, Skype and all. It was grand. I was mad chill, a bit of a long time, finally.
Yeah.
did her ring you much on FaceTime?
Oh, yeah, her rang you loads of times. She did. But like,
You know what you're gonna ask next, aren't you?
Yeah, cummy hospital sheets.
I mean, when you're trapped in a room on your own, it's the perfect time for phone sex, isn't it?
Fucking Mary croaking it beside you, fucking poking a box off herself, listening to the phone call.
See, the worst thing was, right?
There's always a common word I feel like he just goes over.
See, I was in this room on my own, which was lucky, but nurses could come fucking in and out now about ourselves.
Your mouth?
Lads, I apologise.
These are conversations we have like just on a regular day-to-day basis.
Hand us that half bottle of water, will you? I'm fucking dehydrated now.
There was one of the times, right? Do you know that show, fucking Naked Attraction? It's bleeding.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch it? Yeah.
Or I can relate to it. When I see little dick, I'm like, lovely.
Brother.
But as soon as you see it, you're like, he's fucking not gonna get picked.
He's a
Poor
grower, not a
bastard,
shower.
But that was I just turned on, like, that's on like Channel 4, E4 or something like that, and I just turned that on. I was on the phone to her. I was on the phone to my girlfriend, and I just turned that on by chance, and then like this lovely Indian nurse came in, you know, just really innocent, and she was like, "Hello, David, how are you?" And I was like, "I'm fine," or whatever. And this big cock is up on the fucking screen, and I was like trying to fucking grab the remote as quickly as possible to try and turn it off.
Yeah. You needn't worry about it. You needn't worry about it. I got circumcised at 17, and the absolute unbelievable fucking little nurse wheeled me back to my room. And I was like, oh God, she's saying me, do you know what I mean?
She's seen
and
everything.
Like, but yet you're swollen, right? And I'm there thinking they gave me the wrong surgery, they gave me a bigger dick. You know what I mean? I'm like, do you know what I mean? And then you have to fucking lift you from one bed to the other, and I realised I shit the bed, and I had to look at it, and I was like, oh, if you
I'm
just
so
feel
sorry.
your
I'd say that's so
heart,
fucking. It's so upsetting.
I had a hernia and I got an operation. It's obviously right above your fucking town halls, eh?
flu.
Yeah.
And I was paranoid to bits. Me and me little tic tac going into a bleeding operation table thinking these are gonna fucking record this and send it to the mate.
Look at the size of this.
Fucking sweating going to sleep. Count to 5, 1, yeah, sweating.
I remember I left, because obviously when you leave the hospital, you can't leave until you go to the toilet. But that was the thing, I walked in to go to the toilet, and when I came out, my uncle was there to collect me. And I remember just, because they were out ahead on the meds and all, and I was like, they're gonna have to give me the wrong fucking, I'm like a coke can. Do you know what I mean? My uncle's a real pothead he is, and he's like, result? He was like, respect.
But they ask you like how's the sex life and all, like why do they need to know that, like are you
I think
frequent?
it's just pure interest.
And they just like
It probably is. It wouldn't be surprised.
You shagging?
Yeah, much.
They get bored of how are you getting on. They're like, who are you riding this with?
Taxis need to start doing that, don't they? Because general taxi talk. What time you on till? Just there, you're banging away. You know what I mean?
Who are you shagging? Eh?
I haven't actually been in a taxi in fucking donkeys.
I was
Now you
thinking-
know what to talk about when you.
But come here, speaking of the pandemic, lads, has it benefited you at all? As in getting material together and stuff?
In one sense it has, and in another sense it hasn't. Because with the late, if the pandemic wasn't going on, we would have got a lot more out of that, I think, because we would have been able to do a gig, release more music at the time,
Right.
and like kind of have a bit more momentum coming off it.
Yeah.
But then as well, we got songs finished that we've been working on for ages that we just never had time because we were always gigging and fucking out and about doing shite and so so it kind of helped and didn't help. But
Cocaine and falling drunk.
yeah.
Like we got
Watching
Falcha
Naked
Island.
Attraction.
Ever since like the late we got picked up by Falcha Island. They're using coming home on like
We all right.
Instagram ad thing. So that was it. Like, but there just hasn't been the chance really. We're concentrating now on releasing new music. That's the goal. Like, you know what I mean? So we're putting everything into that, and like we have a lot more time to like plan up stuff and get stuff together. Cause we're not doing anything else. You know, there's no gigs or nothing like that. So
Do you just plan on releasing single by single or an EP?
that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah, we're doing single by single. We were going to release an EP together, but like you release an EP and then you gig it for a while. Do you know what I mean? To bring the hype up with it, but there's no gigs.
Yeah.
So we met a guy there a few weeks ago, and he said the best thing to do is release single, because then your name is kind of constantly always out there.
Yeah.
Then, you know what I mean?
You release an EP and you're only going to release one single off that EP. So
Yeah.
why not do 5 singles.
Yeah, especially if the songs are strong enough. Like
Yeah.
some songs on an EP like are just written just to kind of fill fucking time
Fill
or
the
whatever.
space,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, just
But
fills it.
these songs were all kind of written as individual songs, so we were like, why the fuck not?
Mhm.
And then we're kind of, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, that what we're planning on going for. Can I say it? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Like we're
inclusive.
we want to go.
Exclusive. You
Yeah,
said
it's on
inclusive,
purpose.
and then
No,
conclude.
no,
No,
no.
you didn't.
No, we didn't.
And we're planning on trying to go for the Eurovision at some stage,
Deadly.
because we saw there's loads of sniff now.
Yeah. Oh, that was quality, wasn't it?
I know we're gonna try and kind of go. That's sure fucking why not? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, what's the requirements? Like, what are you allowed and what are you not allowed? You just, like, there's a certain size of establishment you can be before you can apply for it or something. Is that, or can anyone apply?
We don't know. We've
If fucking
literally
Jedward
only-
done it, you can do it. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking
Like-
Turkey fucking did it.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
I think like you get in touch. We were in touch with
forgot
this
that,
fella.
yeah.
Dustin the Turkey. That was when it really fucking went downhill, didn't it? Like,
But we were winning it for years before that. We won it
Yeah.
about fucking 6
think
years.
we
won it
didn't
the
we?
I
most
think
now,
they were
wasn't
just
it?
sick of fucking winning it. They
Yeah,
were like,
yeah.
we'll throw a fucking bollock naked turkey on the
England,
stage.
Utwa.
The only one I remember that represented us in the thing, other than Dustin, was remember Mickey Joe Hart.
oh yeah.
We've got the world.
I'm not gonna sing it, but yeah, in my head I'm singing it.
Yeah, quality. I remember some redhead board. I actually had the Goonies recorded on a VHS tape, and before that, the Eurovision was on. So it must have been the Eurovision must have been on replay, and then the Goonies was on.
Yeah.
So this how we remember her. She was a redhead. I think she won it this year. Actually.
You're actually kind of like Chunk from the Goonies.
Thanks. Hey, you guys. No,
Do the truffle shuffle.
oh, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it's not. I'm more like the Chinese fella, Little Inspector Gadget. Do you ever see him? Deadly fucking. He created the Apple Watch he did and convinced of it. Oh, stop. Yeah, where was I going with that?
the Eurovision.
Eurovision, the
redhead.
tape.
Yeah, so it was actually a very good song, but that's how we remember her, because she was on the Goonies fucking tape that I recorded. But yeah, so you think anyone can go for it, like?
Yeah.
Yeah, we sent it.
Fucking why not? If you've seen some of the acts that go on it,
Yeah.
surely.
But
By the
like
time they start fucking taking
the
it
likes
serious
of
as well, isn't it?
I'm trying to think, like the likes of Westlife couldn't go on it.
But Nicky Bourne actually went on it. One
Yeah,
of the lads,
he was on this year, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't on it this year, but he represented Ireland like 3 years ago or something like
Really?
that.
Is
on
that
his
not
own.
cheating? Like,
But he's the
the
one
fan
bloke that
base.
doesn't sing from Westlife
No, but
anyway.
I think
I know,
don't-
but because of the fan base,
I don't
like,
think people vote though, do they? What way? I don't
I
even
don't
know
know
how
what
it
way.
works.
I think there's
I-
a public vote and a judge's vote. So
Oh, is there?
yeah, I think it's like half and half.
Yeah.
So when the public have someone up, they just like, nah,
Yeah.
you know, they-
no, the public definitely vote because all the numbers they be up on
Yeah.
the screens all the time.
And I know Ireland can't vote for Ireland. I know that. Like,
Yeah, you can't vote for your
You
own.
can't vote for your own country.
well, that's
shite.
bollocks.
well, we did crack. Like, we're
Deadly,
hoping
yeah.
fingers
Be a good
crossed,
experience as
Was
well.
the fucking X Factor ever an option, or?
Nah.
'Cause I know the audition process for that is fucking wild, isn't it?
See, we
Right,
always said we didn't
understand.
have a sob story, but I suppose now that we
Now
do,
we can.
Now you
yeah.
do, do you know what I mean? So
Well,
at least, at least it's judges' houses. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
you know, and then
like-
you can come back next year and you'll be on it.
But like,
And you get the sad music and the intro and all. You're laughing.
the
You'll have
thing
Cheryl
with,
Cole in tears looking at you. You will.
Well, Cole's not on anymore, you tick.
Whatever, get someone. Do you know what I mean? Some young one.
It's Robbie Williams and his missus,
Yeah,
isn't it?
get
We
Talisa
actually-
back.
We knew a band, and they were actually doing quite well for what are they called, Tall Trees now or something.
That's
What
some
were they
name.
called before?
Oh, I can't remember.
They took ages thinking of that name, anyway.
But they were. The
What we call it?
that tree's pretty.
I haven't.
No one's going to appreciate that unless they're watching YouTube.
Thanks, Jay.
But
Yeah, that was good. I like that one.
there was a band that we knew, and we had gigged with them, and then they went for X Factor. I think they got through to the judges' houses. I'm not too sure, but then it ruined their career. Then after that,
Because
they had to
really?
change their name and all because they're always associated then.
As
With that band that never made it
Made it.
onto X Factor. But they were really good.
They were deadly.
really good and they were
really
nice
good bands,
lads. But
there's loads of bands like that, isn't there? And singers, like some of the singers in X Factor like that, you think are gonna go far. They get to the judges' houses, and then they're just gone.
just crumble,
You
yeah.
never heard of them,
Yeah.
and they're unbelievable. Some of them.
There's mad like contracts and everything involved. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think what is it?
You have
The-
to sign to their.
you can't-
agency.
we
Yes.
looked at something before and it was like they control your music output for like 2 years after the show if you get to a certain stage and
Right.
all that. Now that wasn't X Factor, that was Britain's
The
Got
Voice
Talent
of
or
Got Talent.
something like that. But yeah, it's mad. Like.
It is. Or like you can't appear on what is it on ITV? I think it is, but you can't appear on like any other
You're
channel.
the image of Love Island, actually.
Me and
Can
Ho
see
will
that.
go on Love Island.
I can see that.
But it's mad, like all these fucking mad contracts.
She's gonna change her Instagram to her now.
To her.
It's taken off.
There's actually that's taken. Shit.
Or that, yeah.
What was I gonna say? So, lads, where's the best venue or is that best performance so far?
We all have different ones. I'll let you go first.
It changes for me though, because I remember parts from different gigs. I think
The latest favourite, let's say.
my favourite was Independence.
Yeah.
Just because it was like
On the newspaper, how'd you perform?
nah, do you know, it's a festival down in Cork, but
Right, I never heard of it.
we thought we got a shit slot, and we were like, oh, this is gonna be muck, like, because we were on, and then Catfish in the Bottom, and we're on like right after us. We're like, no one's gonna fucking bother coming in here if they can go and see Catfish in the Bottom and on the next stage. So we were setting up, and I just went to the sound engineer. I was like, whack on some fucking ABBA there, will you? And ABBA came on, started pissing rain, tent filled, everyone was fucking delighted. We started, no one left. Fantastic. It was there was about 4,000 or 5,000 people in the tent. Is what it held, and it was pretty much full. Like, but it was fucking. For me, I just loved it. Apart from the fact that I broke the head off my guitar, but other than that,
Did you rock out, did you?
no, I
Should
fucking
have jumped into the crowd.
No, I have heavy hands because I'm a fat bastard. I've heavy as fuck hands, so like I'm be smashing the guitar beside him, and the two of us going mad, and I broke a string. I was like, oh bollocks, change the string. Next song, I broke 2 strings in one go. And I just looked at him, I just went, oh fuck this. I went to put it down, but like I was kind of singing at the same time, and I was kind of pissed off, so I kind of just didn't throw it, but I dropped it. Dropped it.
It was your
Dropped
most
it.
rock star
Gently
moment,
placed it down.
was it?
And it hit the fucking corner of our lead guitar player's pedal board. The head snapped off, and the sound engineer, I was in the middle of the song, and he just goes, "Don't look at your fucking guitar." I was like, all right, grand, yeah. Looked down, I went, oh no. Carried the guitar off with the head hanging off it then off stage. But it was just my favourite gig, I think, just energy wise, and there was class lights, sound was deadly. The lads were fucking unreal. It was just a good time.
I think
Good weekend.
Electric Picnic was mine. We'd always I had a dream of playing Electric Picnic, like starting the band. It's like Electric Picnic.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we got like 2 weeks before the festival or something like that. Like we got a phone call saying, "Here, just want to play Electric Picnic?" We're like, yeah. And we'd gone and seen the stage we were playing, and anytime we went to see it, there was nobody there, and we were like, "Oh, this is just gonna be awful," because it was like built up so much in my head, and I didn't want to be disappointed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I was like, "This is gonna be awful." But we went on after Picture This, we're playing on the main stage, which was here, and our stage was here. So we got the crowd coming back.
Right.
Just pure
Yeah.
fluke. We got the crowd coming back.
Sounds like you're getting that a lot.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So look, right place, right time.
Right place, right play. And then we played.
What was that?
Right to
Yeah,
the
well,
That's not going
he tried to play that off.
He tried to
Nobody
play
made
that
that up. Fuck yeah, news. But like we did our
Right taste, right blame.
New single coming soon.
right place, right time. But like when we finished, the Prodigy were on then after us, and then the crowd cleared out then, and there was a band on after us, and there was like 2 people there for them.
And that band were
And they were
class that
fucking
were on
deadly,
after
but
us.
it's just all sheer fluke. So that was mine anyways.
Yeah,
Closer to the mic, bud.
I have like 2 sort of like most recent one would probably be in Wayland's upstairs when we did
Sweaty gig.
Sweaty gig. That was
Sweaty
unreal.
gig.
We did, that was
Balls
a charity
dripping.
gig, wasn't it? What was that for?
For Autism Ireland.
Yeah, and we were
And I just said
prices.
balls dripping on a podcast.
yeah, it was packed upstairs, sold the place out, and it was just sweaty as fuck. We were all dripping.
Is that why you like the into that stuff? Yeah.
it was just
Ian greases himself up on a Sunday.
Unreal feeling. And then another gig, like one of our first gigs, it was in Wayland's as well. It was on the main stage of Wayland's downstairs. And it was the first time that we played like a full set of just our own music.
Right.
Because like, up to that was years ago. It was 5 or
Yeah, I
6
remember
years
that.
ago.
That was class.
Because coming up to that, any gigs that we were doing, it was kind of like a mix of covers, and like, we only had a few songs written at the time. And then we got to play a full 40-minute set of our own music. That was
Mhm.
something
And,
I'll never forget.
It was the fact that gig was everyone enjoyed it. Like everyone was dancing along and singing along and all. That was it was a great feeling.
Yeah.
But we had so much fucking bad luck coming up to Electric Picnic because Eno had a problem with his heel that he uses for the bass drum, or was it the hi hat?
I mean, that's me bass drum.
Yeah, his bass drum foot. So that's like constantly going, and he could barely walk. Like he was walking around with a pair of Asics of all things.
Just get his wheelchair.
And so he had that. I had a fucking broken wrist.
Yeah.
And
What were you doing?
I was playing football, right?
You weren't poking her way.
No, I was.
Why did that? You were wanking him in the hospital.
Yeah, no, I broke my wrist playing football. I know I don't look like a footballer, but
You play football with your wrist.
I was in goals. I was in goals, and
Jay's actually a goalkeeper himself.
yeah, any good, yeah?
Well,
Who'd you play for?
I don't play anymore.
Who did you play for? You look familiar.
FIFA.
Do you play Electricity League? Like?
No, Jesus, no. Fuck that. I probably could have if I was younger, but
Liffey Valley would be our main club, or Collinstown, would it?
Collinstown, the Garda,
Who was your biggest rival? The Ilac?
the Highlock. No, do you know what? Oh yeah, that went over the head for a second. Yeah, I know. I was like, yeah.
I'm sorry, that was a
Yeah,
bad
we
joke.
definitely get that,
That
joke.
was a bad joke. I'm
No.
sorry.
And you know, I tried to play it off. I'm sorry. It didn't
We
work.
tried to save you.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry I
Yeah.
said it. I'm sorry I said it.
I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Anyway,
Sorry,
No.
Gavin James, yeah, brothers.
no, yeah, just local football. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks for asking. Thanks.
But yeah,
So,
we were fucking worried because I had a hard cast and we'd play another couple of gigs. So I was using one of Dave's electric guitars with a real skinny neck, so I could fit my hand around it. But it was fucking in bits. And I had to get the cast cut off and all that for Electric Picnic.
Speaking of instruments, you want to break things up a little bit. Well, let's say just over halfway through, we want to perform a tune or a cover or whatever you are comfortable with yourself, just to break it up a little bit before we go
We
into
play Animals, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do animals.
The broken down version.
We're
Be
releasing,
nice, yeah.
we're releasing this song on the 2nd of July.
Watch the lights.
Watch out for those fucking lights.
Do you have enough room?
it's
and
grand.
all
Jail
last
sends you
weekend?
the invoice. Don't worry about it.
Have you got the gun, you know?
This is our first performance on
Yeah.
the podcast as well, lads.
Oh, is it?
Barry's,
Yeah.
Barry's gone out to his car to get his drum kit.
Barry's the name of your man from the Sillabang ad.
Barry Scott.
Yeah, Barry Scott.
Yeah.
Get Sillabang.
So come here. In terms of like representation,
Have you got
and
enough
stuff
room
like that,
there? You can move that desk out a bit if you need to.
representation, like, has any of that ever come up? People try to get in touch, look after you,
Ah,
dodgy bastards.
Once,
loads of dodgy bastards.
once,
Yeah,
Yeah.
once we've had one really, really dodgy bastard. And like we've done everything ourselves from all the Electric Picnic stuff, all that. Like anything we've got so far has been us.
Yeah.
So
Do
I'll
you
tell you the
prefer it
story
that way?
about the dodgy fucker after we play
Yeah.
the song.
it's a good old story.
Sounds
Good story.
Are we just going straight into it? Are we going straight into that, or are we going? We start.
Yeah, do
Start how we always start. I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna fuck this up. Just letting you know. It's been a while.
We're on mute, Jay, yeah?
Sing along, boys.
Just through the headphones.
Ready? I'm not. And every time you see her, your heart goes. And every time you hold her, the clock slows. And every time you're with
playing games, messing with your mind, but you can't resist her this last time. Take one more hit, cause she gets you high. Whoa. You're crossing the streets to be near her. You can't even read when she looks your way, and this feeling starts to go deeper than this feeling. And every time you see her, your heart goes. And every time you hold her, the clock slows. And every time you're with her, you play like animals. You play like animals. You play like animals. Hate to watch you go, cause I want more. Hate to watch you go, cause I want more. Hate to watch you go, cause I want more. Hate to watch you go, cause I want more. I hate to watch you go, cause I want more. Hate to watch you go, cause I want more. I hate to watch you go, cause I want more. Hate to watch you go, cause I want more. And every time you see her, your heart goes. And every time you hold her, the clock slows. And every time you're with her, you play like animals. And every time you see her, your heart goes. And every time you hold her, the clock slows. And every time you're with her, you play like animals. You play like animals. You play like animals. You play like animals.
Lads, that was fucking quality. That
Excellent, excellent.
That's my favourite tune. If yours, honest to God, that is a quality tune. I don't know if it's just
I'm
because it's
sweating
longer.
listening. I'm sweating. That's fucking
I swear
unbelievable.
to God, I fucking butchered it at the start, lads, because the orange one is so basically on the front of this mixer, yeah? You have your pink light is 1, your green is 2, your orange or your blue is 3, and your orange is 4. But I have orange in fucking 2. So the start of the year I fucked up. Apologies for that. Look, we're all
It's
learning.
alright.
But,
It's live.
No, we got you on the second one, on your second verse, man.
Yeah.
That was fucking excellent. And I got goosebumps there at the end. That was unbelievable.
Very
well done.
good, lads. Have to say, what's the name of that tune again?
It's called Play Like Animals, and
Play
it's
like
out.
animals.
Just I'm gonna promote it again. Fuck
Yeah,
it, why not?
100%. Yeah.
2nd of July, 2021.
That's another exclusive.
That's another exclusive. You're getting fucking
getting a lot
loads.
here, I'm
You're
telling
getting
you.
loads of inclusives, Jason.
I just see more fucking
gonna start calling-
Revolut fucking requests coming in here. Every time they say something else, it's another 80 quid.
We're going to start calling you Mr. Conclusive.
Fuck you, Jay.
That was brilliant, boys. Seriously,
Thank you
well
very
done.
much.
Yeah,
That was
very
excellent.
good. But when did you write that tune?
Jesus, it's been in the works for a while.
Oh, that's in works for ages, yeah. What is
Like
it?
the recording we're releasing, we recorded it in 2018,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is fucking mad, like, because
Yeah.
we didn't even think it was that long.
No, yeah.
2018.
2018,
Fucking
yeah.
hell.
These songs that were releasing, they were all recorded in 2018. And then we kind of
Jesus.
just
Sat on them.
Did-
sat on them.
When you sat on them though, after listening to them again, do you make like slight adjustments or slight improvements to them?
There was a few things when we heard them back after we hadn't gone near them for fucking ages, and we all listened to them back and we were like, that needs to be redone. Like, we don't sound like that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, voices change a little bit, and
Yeah.
like,
Ian's voice broke. Did you see him? Did you see him trying to sing there during that song?
no,
Did
I
you?
didn't see it.
He didn't.
The mics were on, so I was like, I can't sing it.
No, but man, you were class. You were absolutely
Yeah,
deadly. That was
it
brilliant.
makes such like to be able to do that on a box is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It makes a big difference though too.
It does,
doesn't it? Yeah, it really
100%.
does, yeah.
Absolutely.
First time-
Maybe I'll give you a box of good banging.
That's
What do
cool.
you do for a living? I'm a box banger.
My bang thing.
Barry the box banger. Yeah, that's class, man. Seriously, that was brilliant. I'm actually, what you said, July 22nd?
July 2nd.
July 2nd.
2nd.
Oh, Grant, that's gone onto the fucking Spotify playlist. So.
What's your favourite song so far, lads?
Of our own.
Yeah.
Oh,
My favourite song, I think, is The Tower. Like, listening wise, but to play on stage, it would be a song called "I Want You." I think
It's not released
That's
yet.
not released yet, but we've played it a couple of times at a few gigs.
And it's gonna be played here as well, is it?
Can we do it? Have we done
I
it?
don't know if we fucking try.
We could try
maybe.
and fail miserably, but we could try. Yeah.
We'll see.
But that's my favourite too, I'd say. What about you, Dev?
I like see live.
It's so much different.
It's so
Different,
much
yeah.
different, yeah.
Yeah.
So like one of my favorite songs to listen to would probably be like The Tower or something like that. Like last night as well. And then we have a song called Last Night that has a big audience sing along part. No, wait a second. No, I'm wrong. We have a song called Let Her Go. Fuck's sake, Els. That would probably be.
I was in Frozen, was it?
Yeah. But I love playing that live because the audience reaction. Cheater.
Yeah.
It's not released
That
yet.
was a
It's another
crap
song.
joke, by the way.
You're up there with fucking.
Up there with you play
Do you know
with
what
me, like.
Yeah, that your competition early. Yeah.
But yeah, probably
And you know what? It took me about 10 minutes. And I was like,
I get it now.
Liffey Valley, Oilac.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was a bad joke.
Sorry.
It's only at that clicking with me now. Yeah, because I didn't hear
I was
it.
always taking the football teams that play. I was like,
You want to do
what's the Oilac?
stand-up comedy, and it took you that long to get that. Fuck's sake.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, sorry.
Bad joke.
Yeah.
It was
So
a good
as you were
joke,
saying,
just no one got it.
Let Her Go. One of our songs, Let Her Go, is my favourite to play live.
Oh, to play live, my favourite Sparks.
Or not even to play, just a favourite tune that you have.
My favourite. I don't know. Sparks or the Tower
Right.
would be my
The
two.
Tower is popular along the board, so.
yeah, seems to be.
Yeah.
What about the recent? Well, or would it be recent? It probably isn't. The Coming Home track. How
we released
We released that in 2018. didn't
That's
we?
your personal
20
favourite, is it, Jay?
2019.
Was it 2019?
29 July.
No, just because I'm only saying because when I went over the socials, it was kind of recent in the
Yeah,
socials.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why.
It was just because we played it on the Late Late, and then after we played it on the Late Late, it kind of shot up.
Yeah,
again
yeah, I
after
get you,
that,
I get
like,
you.
And we
yeah.
got to Discover Island and all, which is that song as well. So kind of keeps coming back about.
We'll start with you, Dan. Top
Dean.
5.
Sean.
Jesus Christ! Who the fuck is Dan?
Who the
Ian.
fuck is that guy?
Barry.
No, do you know what? There's another fella who does the podcast with us, and his name is Dean. So
And his redhead.
anyway,
Walden. As well.
Wow.
Top
You were bald. Shut the fuck up.
top 5 Irish artists.
Irish artists.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I love The Academic. Sarah Luce. Have to throw them out because they're class. Gavin James.
Yay!
I'm gonna
Keep it
take-
in the family.
I'm going to take all the boys they're going to want. You probably don't know him. His name's Paul Brady. Old Irish folk. Like,
Right.
it's just, I was born and bred on
Okay.
him. And Tin Lizzy.
All right. Solid 5.
Right, so.
Even though I probably know.
You can fuck off.
I probably only know one of them.
this is probably where we'll see the difference in music
Yeah.
genres now, will it? So
Coronas. Love the Coronas. Enya.
Martin.
Enya. Enya Martin, yeah. Enya. The Academic as well would be.
Fucking teeth.
No, not allowed. I'm not allowed to
use the same one.
We want to get as many
We probably
shout
don't
outs as
even
we
know
can here.
15 Irish artists.
5 Vance. Another one.
Oh, you prick.
5 Vance,
You had
yeah.
your opportunity.
You missed out,
Why
pal.
fuck that?
And who else would it
Can
be?
I do mine again, please?
Who'd be the 5th one? The Dubliners. Go on, I'll go with the Dubliners.
Dubliners.
Sorry, mine would probably be Dermot Kennedy.
Fuck!
I was surprised.
I was waiting on it.
Yeah.
I was like, I think he's the best thing out right now. I was waiting on that.
A band called Roy 7. They haven't been around in years, but they're coming back.
I've
Do you
never
remember that?
heard of
No,
them.
We Should Be Lovers.
Yeah.
We
Nope.
should, no?
No.
I know that was a good tune, yeah. It was a big tune as well.
Rubber
they're making a
Bandits.
comeback now. I see it on their social. Who else? Probably Picture This. I like Picture This.
He's picking solid ones now. I know his ones.
Two more. Well, I just say Leah Hart because she's Irish and all I can think of. Leah Hart
Versatile.
and Versatile.
Versatile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
What do you make of the whole Irish rap scene, lads?
Some of it's class, some of it's shy.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think majority is shy.
Yeah.
Some of it's class.
I just, what pisses me off is like, you see these fucking rappers from Cork and they're putting on a Dublin accent just to,
Vice versa,
Yeah.
Dublin, London.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
It just makes no sense to me. Like, there's a rapper we know, like, just from seeing him around daily, and he's fucking class. And he's
What's his name?
Aaron Daly.
Aaron Daly.
I thought you meant to see him around daily.
Daly.
No,
That's what I thought. That's what I said. What's his name?
He goes by Daly, but he's fucking deadly. And
So every single day.
yeah. And yeah, like he this is just getting worse and fucking worse. Yeah, like he's from Dublin, has a Dublin accent, and his lyrics and all are just fucking deadly. Like,
Is there rappers you think you'd be able to collaborate with as a
That's what I was
band?
gonna ask next.
Yeah, I know, but I got a
We-
force.
we've
Fair
been-
play,
No,
Jay.
thanks,
Jesus
Jay.
Christ.
on the same wavelength. We have a song, and it's kind of a rock song, and I think a rapper in it would be
Yeah, just a
unbelievable.
rap first.
Like a Limp Bizkit type fucking Jay-Z feel. Was that a collaboration?
Linkin Park, Jay-Z.
Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's Limp Bizkit?
You no, come on the fuck.
Why
Fred
why do
Durst.
I know the name, but I don't know where they're the real band.
Yeah, they're a real band. They were the
I
theme
know.
song for The Undertaker and wrestling back in the day.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Keep
I have to love
rolling,
The
rolling,
Undertaker.
rolling.
Did you hear that song? I did, yeah,
Yeah,
but I
great
don't
song.
like wrestling.
I like wrestling. Wrestling was deadly. Anyway, they're a real band.
But yeah, maybe like we have a song that we want to put a rapper in. I think it would sound class, but we just haven't got around to it yet. It's trying to find the right fit for it. Do you know what I mean?
What do you make? Sorry, Jay. What
Yeah,
what
go
do you
ahead.
make of the script? Because they kind of when they started out, I remember "We Cry." Remember that song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was a kind of. I couldn't even pick a genre on it because they're singing, they're rapping, they're playing
Yeah,
instruments or
yeah.
whatever. What did you make of them? Because they kind
I
of
loved
came away
Yeah.
from that.
I love the script when they came
Why didn't you name them then?
out. Completely forgot.
Right, you just said that. That would have been.
I feel like they went from releasing 2 fucking unreal albums and then
Going on the hills.
came out with
Remember that?
came out with that shite that the last song
Their last
was it
stuff
Rain, is it?
wasn't very good.
Rain?
Rain was good actually. I
I
liked
didn't
Rain,
like it.
but they had another song,
Friends.
Friends or something like
Yeah.
that, and it was just not
I'll
very
be there for you.
Yeah, but it was just wasn't very good, and they kind of dropped down after that. They kind of dropped off the face of the earth.
I tend to agree. I think the first 2 albums were brilliant.
Yeah.
I think
They were
they
huge,
couldn't
yeah.
miss.
They were.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you see,
yeah.
I think you see that a lot with bands though. They release like kind of really strong, like acoustic, kind of like organic sounding albums, and then they go in, they get a bit of fucking fame, and they have the money, and they're like, oh, we're gonna put 15 producers on this one
Mhm.
song, and it just
they
comes
lose the
out.
passion as well, kind of.
Yeah, it's
well, or
it's
something.
mad. Like, Picture This did that with their first and second album. Like, their first album was all kind of acoustic, piano, bit of drums, and like real organic. Then they went off to LA to record, and it came back, and it was all like
Americanized and all that
yeah.
bollocks. Yeah.
like it's still good,
Yeah.
but it's just completely different than what you expect from those bands. And some bands it works for, and some
It's
it
just
doesn't.
trying to cater to a different
Yeah.
demographic then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Globally, like.
Who would be as a dream collaboration?
That's a good question.
Thanks, bud.
I'd love Mumford and Sons. I'd love to do a song with Mumford and Sons. Cover or just perform live with them.
Mhm.
I'd just love to do that. That'd be my dream. Collaboration though.
Anne Marie,
Yeah, that'd be a good
Oh,
one, actually. That'd be a good one.
Anne Marie.
So like sort of write a song and
We had
perform it
KSI on the
together, like,
podcast. We can get a number for you if you want.
No,
He did release a song, didn't he?
He's released
Yeah,
a few,
He
yeah.
released a few.
His new
He's
song
actually
is
releasing
actually
bangers.
his
He
new
has.
song. He's actually singing in a holiday. It's called. It's
He's
actually,
singing in it.
yeah. He's
I seen him getting a lot of stick over it because
Did
he
you?
doesn't have a good feature on it.
Does he even have a feature
No,
on
that's
it?
the thing.
Yeah, no,
it's
he's
the
just.
first song he's released on his own.
I think so much of his stuff was getting leaked that he just banged this one out because basically everyone was hearing the stuff and he
Yeah.
wanted something fresh. So I think this was like a last minute. I watched one of his videos recently and I think it was a last minute thing. He just threw it out, but it's all right. It's not shocking, like, but it's not.
You see, with that kind of following though, you could release.
Anything.
you want.
Yeah, you can
anything.
release that and
Yeah.
you get traction. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
you could become a
So-
professional boxer.
Boxer, yeah.
What about you, Ian? Dream collab?
Collaboration.
Anyone in the world, like, dead or alive?
You didn't say that before we fucked. That's cheating.
Queen would be absolutely
Yeah.
unreal to do a collaboration.
Who?
Queen.
Queen.
If they were, well, if the whole band was there.
She's a bit old, isn't she?
She's a bit of a cunt if you watch that Crown on Netflix.
Yeah.
Did you watch
That
it?
show. I fucking love
Yeah.
that show. Yeah,
I'm still on the
brilliant.
third season.
Our
Have to
husband won't make us sandwiches anyway. I need to cut that.
edit.
The Coronas as well, that'd be cool.
Yeah, the Coronas are
Yeah,
class.
that'd be class to do a little collab.
I'd love to see them live. I still haven't seen them live.
If you're listening, lads, Danny,
Coronas.
hit us up.
Sort us out, please.
I always found though, like there was certain Irish bands, there was probably like 3 or 4 Irish bands that they just sounded the same. I got it with the Coronas. I got it. Who's the one fucking? Is it Chasing Cars or something? Is that the, or is that
Snow
the name of the
Patrol.
song?
Snow Patrol.
Snow
Walking
Patrol.
on Cars, is it?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I always thought like the 3 of them just sounded very much the same. They had
They
a
all
similar
write
style.
together.
Yeah, they're all mates, aren't
They
That's
probably fucking do.
probably why.
Yeah.
Most
Olivia
of them,
probably
most of
writes
them.
our songs.
Fucking Paramore classics.
Well, no, I get what you're saying though. I think it was just a genre that they were under kind of a thing.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
but,
There was a space of time though where all that music was hot. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
yeah.
All that type of vibe. It was pure Electric Picnic, and what was your other festival that was out?
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Yeah.
Remember that?
It was a pure.
That type of
Oxygen
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
a fucking scumbag festival though.
Oxygen had an unbelievable lineup one year. It had like Eminem.
Mumford and
Jay-Z.
Was that the one that got cancelled?
Jay-Z.
Oh no, that
No,
went
Eminem
ahead.
done
That
it.
happened.
Eminem done it.
That happened. That wouldn't be daily to be
Yeah.
Fucking loads of people getting
I
stabbed
never
at
went
that
to
and
one
all.
a festival myself. Did you?
Have you not?
I went to
No,
Forbidden Fruit.
Never.
and
The first festival we go
An
to, we're
experience.
gonna be performing on the stage.
The first festival we went to, we played
Deadly.
Electric Picnic.
That's quality, isn't it?
Oh no, I'd been to a few festivals.
Longitude.
It was the first festival I went to. I played. which
I
was
kind of
cool.
made this goal to myself. I was like, I'm not going to these festivals unless I play.
Yeah.
Like simple as. And we got Electric Picnic and all. I got to go to it. You get a free weekend ticket.
So who contacts you about that?
We got for Electric Picnic. We got an email. No, we got a phone call.
You got an email. Is this like a band email?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a band
Right.
email. Yeah.
Sean handles most of it though.
we got a phone call
Who
from.
the fuck is Sean? That's Dan.
Yeah, I'm Dean. Yeah, shut up, Barry. Yeah, no, we got a phone call from David Wilkinson who worked in Imro, and he was like, to play the picnic stage, we get to select 2 of the upcoming Irish artists in fucking for the next year that we think is gonna succeed and do well
Oi.
to put forward for this. We were like, oh, deadly, and he was like, would you like to do it? I didn't even ask the lads. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
grand.
of course, yeah.
And I rang Dave. Dave only ever gets a phone call from me if it's something to do with good or bad news for the band. That's it. It's
Right.
nothing.
Yeah, so anytime your phone rings, it's normally bad news. It's like,
Mhm.
It's like,
anytime
oh,
he calls
I don't
me, I'm
wanna
like,
answer, Sean.
Jesus.
Did you not text him about Love Island?
But yeah, so we were like, yeah, fuck it, we'll do it whenever, like absolutely whenever. And then for Independence, me and Dave were at a Ryan McMullen gig in the Academy, and we spotted Shane Dunn from MCD, and I knew he ran the festival. I was like, Dave, we should really try and just say even hello, like just so he knows our face or whatever.
Mhm.
Is it like that in the music industry? It's all about who you know as well. I'm assuming it's
110%.
It's so strange. Like you could meet someone and they'll go, email me tomorrow. If you email them, they get straight back to you because you've met them.
yeah.
But if you had to email them and they'd never met you before or whatever,
Yeah.
they'd be like,
Brush over it.
yeah,
Just
just
another wannabe.
scroll past. But that's what happened with Shane. We were like, listen, we know you're here trying to enjoy yourself. We just want to say hello. And
Goodbye.
that was basically it. We
Yeah.
literally just went over.
You
We
just
were like,
wanted to
Introduce
basically,
yourself.
yeah, we were like,
put yourself in front of him.
We're in a band called Stolen City. We'd love to play Independence. Would you mind if we sent you an email? And that was it. And he went, yeah, no problem. Send me an email tomorrow. Within 2 days, he'd replied, here's your slot, here's your time, here's your day.
Class.
Oh, what was his
that
name?
was Shane Dunn from MCD.
Shane Dunn is the type of people you want to be meeting.
Oh,
isn't
he's
he?
You know
fucking
what? He's
so sound.
He's a lovely
And they
bloke.
like we went down for the weekend, and we didn't know we were only meant to get passes for VIP for the 1 day, and he was like, "Oh, you sure yous are here? There's VIP passes for 3 days." We were
Deadly.
fucking class. So like we ended up meeting like
Chasing Abby.
Chase and Abby, the academic. Like we were sitting in with all them, Catfish in the bottom, and
Is
we're
that why
floating
they're in your
around.
top list?
Yeah. No,
But
they
yeah,
were,
that does affect it, doesn't it? Like when you meet someone and you kind of get along with them more, because even people we've had on the podcast like that, we might have been a fan of or liked, but now we like them more after
yeah.
having the
After
conversation.
meeting them
Yeah.
and and like it's the Irish music industry in particular it's like a really closed off scene. Do you know what I mean? And it's once you kind of break that and get into it,
Yeah.
start knowing these people and getting to know these people, it's when you really will start kind of taking off.
Mm-hmm.
This is another question that I had. What is that scene like? Like, is it so? For example, the podcast scene is very competitive, and
Yeah.
it's not like I'd happily fucking talk about another podcast, share another podcast, but unfortunately, not everyone is like that.
Yeah.
People either see people as competition or just don't want the limelight off them or whatever. Is it the same case for you as ourselves, or is the music industry pretty cool like that? Or
It's kind of both. Like most of the people we've met have been bang on, and like they're like, if we can help you, or vice versa. Like if we can help them,
yeah,
like let
that's
us
the
know,
way we
or,
are.
like,
Yeah,
we'd love to meet up and write, or fucking like, let's go for pints someday or whatever.
yeah.
But then there is like, I'm not gonna name names. Definitely not gonna name names. But
There's some arseholes, like absolute.
there is
arseholes.
some bands.
Now,
that
are these
just,
people
like,
you haven't met before though?
oh no,
No,
like
we've
these
met
are, we've
them,
we've,
yeah.
we've met these people, and they're just like,
Right.
we're we have more followers than you. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, it's like your man Mark you were saying.
Yeah, no, like we had a couple of run-ins.
Fucking weird if
with,
your man's name was Mark, wouldn't it?
with,
you mean? Fucking say Mark.
like maybe two bands that like kind of big timed us, and we're kind of like we're like, fuck off. But
That's embarrassing,
they're
isn't
not
it?
they're not doing so well for themselves now. So it's grand.
It's very competitive, as you said. The podcast, it'd be around the same. Like some acts are really sound and all, and then other acts, like we were doing a gig a while ago, and there was this guy. So we were a full band, and there was another band headlining it, and there was a guy signed to this band's label, kind of a thing as well. And we did like a full setup, and then he was a solo artist, but he should have gone on first, but was like, no, I'm bigger than you, is kind of a thing.
No, he wasn't like that.
He wasn't like
He
that.
wasn't
but
saying that was the festival.
it was the
organisers.
organisers and all, and you're like, gee, like what was the point in doing that, having us, and then you know,
Like it was like a full band to an acoustic guitar back to a full band.
Yeah.
Like he said it himself when he came off. He was like, that was just
that was
strange. Like it shouldn't have
Yeah.
been like that. But it was because he
It's
had,
mad, them little details that like the likes of me or UJ wouldn't really have a clue on.
No.
Like the organisation of who goes on at what specific
structure
time,
of
and,
it, yeah,
the layout
that's it.
of the whole fucking electric picnic or whatever. Like I'd say it's so hard to like. Where does Eminem fit into electric picnic? Do you know what I mean?
You fucking headlines.
Yeah.
headlining it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and he'd be
Okay, Eminem is a
Poor
good
example.
But you know what I'm trying to say.
No, I know, I
no,
get you.
what you're
Yeah,
saying,
thanks,
like,
lads.
Yeah. We got
it's
your back, don't we?
90% of it I think is done by followers, and well now especially with social media and all, it's like, well, he's got 100,000 followers, they've got
See, I think that's fucking. Oh,
it's
just,
poxy.
I hate the numbers game. It should be just.
Are they good?
How good you are.
Yeah, but a lot of the time we've played like festivals and things where we feel we should be higher up the lineup, and then we come off and people are like, "Yous were better than 90% of the acts that came after you,"
Yeah.
and like we're like, "Well, thanks, but we can't say that."
Yeah.
Like we're not like that anyway.
Yeah.
But like,
It'd be nice, but like we're not going to be going off saying, "Oh, we want a better slot than
yeah,
this," like,
because
you know.
we're better than them. Like
Yeah.
we're not like
You're
that.
very confident in his ability, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
Like, you put yourself up there, would you, sir?
Well,
Like, if we got onto the main stage at EP at the prime time with
Oh,
people
we-
in front of us,
we'd
right,
fucking
smash it, like-
we'd smash it, like we'd entertain, but like
I don't mean to sound like cocky arseholes or anything when we say.
No, you
that,
have to
but,
believe in
like,
yourself, though.
That's
like.
it. Like
genuinely-
there's no point in us doing it if we don't think we
if-
can.
yeah,
do you know what I
100%.
mean?
do think. Like I used to play rugby right back in the day, and I was
you
I
tried to
tried to
play.
play rugby. Now I love rugby. I was a shite rugby player.
Xbox or PlayStation?
I knew I'd never make it as a rugby player, you know, because I was awful. But I loved it, and I still did it anyways. I genuinely do believe like we actually are good enough
To make it.
make it. You know what I mean? We just need that right opportunity, that right time, because mainly it's all kind of fucking luck.
Well,
as
look,
well.
he's getting the
Do you
he's
know what I
getting the
mean?
miniature time.
We're
Do you
fucking
know what I
here,
mean?
aren't we? Do you know
We're
what I
here
mean?
on this.
The
We're
Did You
on this
Hear show, you
podcast.
know what I mean? But no, we're the
Prime time
same.
slot as well.
Like, our numbers are shite on Instagram. They're much better on Spotify. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Which is
yeah.
obviously the main thing. But
Yeah, the better
obviously
thing.
we're porting over to YouTube now. But I have no doubt in my mind we're going to be the best podcast in Ireland eventually.
Brilliant,
No
yeah,
doubt in my
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
No one can tell me different because I know what we're doing. I know the feedback we're getting. I
Once
know
you
the
get that
stories
fucking
we're
light
hearing.
fixed.
yeah. And the leak from the roof. No, but like the stuff that we did talk about before we went on air, that obviously we're not really discussing on camera. But when we start expanding the show as well, like
the ideas we were
there's-
speaking about.
there's
before,
going to be
so-
more people coming on board as well that'll have their own little segments in it as well. Like I think it's really going to kick on, and that's what me and him have them conversations as well. Where
Yeah,
like,
you have to.
we
You have
know,
to.
like,
It
do you know what I
doesn't
mean?
stop, like,
And
but
do you-
behind the scenes, like, obviously we only record, so we record on a Monday or a Sunday, and sometimes we get 2 guests in at once so we can fucking have a weekend off or whatever, you know what I mean, and just basically schedule them to go out. But like through the whole week, like it doesn't stop.
No,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
it's
It's not just a conversation. Like this all didn't just turn up here. Do you know what I mean? Like
it's Monday to Sunday work, you know.
yeah.
And that's the thing, like, so even like I'd have a conversation with Jay. I remember like we were talking about like fucking, I don't know, say monetization or something on YouTube or something like that. I'm like, do you think we can? He's like, what do you mean? Do you think we can? We fucking will. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
And because he has that vision and he's like put that vision into me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have that as well, and it's important
It's
that you
time to
have
rub
that.
off and all, like.
No, it is, but it is important that you have that. You know what I mean? No matter what stage you want, like whether there's 20 people there, 200 people, everyone starts in the exact same place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But it's tough then when you get a setback. Do you know what I mean? A setback.
100%.
It's just like
Lads, I got a major setback. At least what I do, you know what I'm talking about. We had a big guest planned, and basically it was an awkward situation where I'm all about quality.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything over Zoom. I hate Zoom. Do you know what I mean? I want people. I want the interaction. Do you know what I mean?
We're the same.
So I wanted people to come to the shoot. At the time, I was actually doing it in my bleeding bedroom. Now, believe it or not, lads, we're not even doing this a year, and we've already hit the top 10 Irish charts and podcasts, which is a big deal.
Congratulations, yeah, fair
Daily.
play to yous.
And we have a studio after a couple of months, you know what I mean? So things like he was only saying to me, I was disappointed by 1 or 2 things that went against us. And he was saying to me, Jay, did you think you'd have a studio? Do you think you'd be in the top 10 by now? I was like, Jesus, actually, when you think of it like that, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you need to just slow the fuck down and understand, like we're not making money from this yet, lads. And we're not investing a shit lot of money in it. Do you know what I mean? But the plan is 5-6 years. So I don't give a fuck. These conversations, these relationships we're building are worth the money to me. Do you know what I mean? I don't care if I don't earn money. As long as these relationships and these conversations and this laugh happens, that's what it's all about for me. And I think that's very transparent then when people watch and listen, they can see and understand. And that's where I can see the growth from. No one can tell me otherwise.
That's the thing. Like that's where that like these conversations that you're talking about. When we have these conversations, we make new connections, build relationships, and then when you're putting that out onto a platform, money will come. Not for us chasing it, but because what we're doing is real. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where it all come from. People do kind of take more to, you know, organic fucking relationships, I guess, or connections. You know what I mean? And conversations. And I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we're the same. Like when we like release music and all, none of that goes into our pockets apart from whatever royalties we get from radio play.
Right.
Like our last royalty statement was 14 quid each. Do you know what I mean?
Minted.
Like we're fucking
A few vape oils, was it?
and that's every, I think it's every 3 months that comes out. So that's 3 months worth of royalties for us.
Yeah.
And like 14 quid's fucking dead. You'd see it going into the bank again.
Pack of
But like
smokes.
everything we make from gigs,
Straight back in.
like
Straight back
merch,
into the band, yeah.
and then all the online sales goes straight
Everything
back
goes
in.
to afford recording and to afford music videos and all. But like it was only like the past year with the pandemic and everything. It's just like I'd said, I'd made a goal because I wasn't enjoying the band because we were getting so many setbacks and it was so much bad stuff was happening.
Kings of setbacks
Like
at this stage.
like just everything would go wrong, and you have great crack and you enjoy it and it's daily and obviously you love it. That's why you do it. But like we weren't enjoying it because just everything was going wrong for us.
Yeah.
But it's only when you take a step back and you look at like as you said, like
Yeah.
you look at all the positive things. But and I'd be a negative fecker. Do you know what I mean? I think like someone could I could get 100 compliments on something and I get
That
one
one bad
negative
one.
compliment and or
Destroys
negative,
you.
and you're like, oh jeez,
I
that
know.
one bad thing.
It's mad that we allow that to happen,
Everybody
isn't it?
does it. You
Why
know
not
what I mean?
everybody?
Like, you know.
Yeah. Even with feedback on the podcast, like if we have 5 stars now, I hope this doesn't fucking
We don't
push
talk
someone
about
out
it,
to
yeah.
fucking.
People are just gonna start
You know what I mean? But I know once that one comes in, I'm fucking bastard.
Yeah.
I was only messing Prince, fucking whatever his name is. But lads, I think we'll do another performance before we get into the last few questions. What do you think?
Yeah, cool.
Do you want to do? Do you have a favourite cover?
Just for a
that
sec,
you
sorry,
do?
were you touching on something there, or were you done? No,
No, I think it was just as I said, like just enjoy it as much as possible because you're doing it because you love it. Simple as,
Yeah.
like, do you know what I mean? So
Like we've probably made from the 5-6 years we're going, we've probably made 500 quid each.
you have to remember why you started though in the
Yeah.
first place, don't you?
exactly.
You started because you loved it.
When we started off, like as I said, we're only like 18. I'd just gone 18. And we'd started off and we're like, right, next year we're going to be playing Glastonbury on the main stage. And we set all these goals. And then you don't achieve them, obviously, because they're just too far out of your grip. Do you know what I mean? But playing Electric Picnic, that was a huge thing for us. Do you know what I mean? And we achieved that one goal. So
Step at a
That's
time.
it,
lads.
yeah.
Step
And
at
the
a
thing,
time.
the thing is,
Smaller goals.
when you hit those goals, you're like, right, now we're ready to fucking go for
The
something
next one.
bigger. And
Yeah, exactly.
we can come back here on a bigger stage, you
Yeah,
know?
100%.
So it's all,
yeah.
it's all that
And you
shit.
will remember the first podcast you were on that actually got released.
Shots word. We're all into that podcast beef, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Go on, name names. Go on. Fucking dare you.
It's the opposite
no.
to tea.
The podcast boxing match now.
Oh, let's do it.
You have Pete
I'd
Pete
be-
Taylor coming on.
I'd be fucking game ball for that
Yeah,
against
so would I.
any of the other podcast.
what do you think of all this boxing matches and all this?
Jay, absolutely, his
I
dick
love
gets
it.
hard for it.
I love it.
It's mad, isn't it? It's
I hate it.
mental.
I just think it's fucking amazing how they're making so much money from it, and you have to give credit where it's due. That's he hates
But
it.
they're shy.
Did
I
you see
disagree.
You know what I mean?
Like he thinks Jake Paul is a class boxer.
Jake Paul,
he is a
if
good
Jake
boxer.
Paul fought a boxer, he would get put on the floor.
I disagree.
I'm telling you now.
Don't
I-
worry, you'll hear from me. 100% you'll hear from me.
I'll message him tomorrow and challenge him, and I'll knock him out.
Look,
No, I wouldn't.
Tyron Woodley is going to be a big test for him.
Oh, Tyron.
Oh, yeah, 110%.
Tyron Woodley's gonna smash him. I hope.
Did you see the
What was
TikTokers versus YouTubers?
Oh.
Shit all.
I only watched the highlights after the podcast, and my good lord, it was embarrassing.
hilarious. Poor Deji.
Absolutely embarrassing.
Fucking.
Deji took a knee on his own.
Yeah,
He was just like, oh,
did you
he's
see
done.
KSI's video?
No.
KSI basically, do you see it?
Wow.
Oh, fuck. Basically, he released a video kind of saying, look, here's what happened, right? You took a fucking knee for Black Lives Matter, you did, in the middle of a fucking ring. You just stopped, your conditioning went after 2 rounds. Whoever let you, your team that let you walk out to the ring looking like that, should be fucking ashamed
He
of
had a big
himself.
beer
and all.
belly on him and all.
Yeah, he looked
didn't
really
look
bad.
Like he trained at all.
And he was saying he was training 5 times a day.
In
Do you know
fairness,
what I mean?
even when he was training for the first fight against Jake Paul, actually, it
He was in better shape though against
yeah,
Jake
but it
Paul.
was still embarrassing. Like, did you see him? Oh no, Deji. Let's not talk about Deji.
People who don't fight shouldn't fight.
Thank you.
What are you saying?
I'll fucking spark you in a minute.
With
Yeah, do
what,
you want to
bleeding?
create? Do you want to create like a big mad beef, like or something that me and you are going at each other or something? Then it creates like viewers and shit
We'll
like
back
that.
yous up.
And yeah, do you know what I mean? The Stolen City boys heard it. You know what I mean?
Splitches up and all.
Yeah, because this isn't recording or nothing. Do you know what I mean? So like, we'll just fucking do that.
Well, what you want to do?
Create a big beef or something. Do you know what I mean?
What man's
Something
mad about
personal.
me?
Yeah, well, fucking.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready. Do you know
1-0.
what I mean? Like, so what? Leave it alone. Do you know what I mean? But like, go on Twitter and we start going at each other. Be class.
You're dead off that skill. Smell your breath.
Yeah.
So you want the cover?
Want the cover?
Whatever you want. A cover would be cool, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a cover. Fuck it.
Mumford and Sons, alright.
Whatever
Aye,
you
man.
want, lads. Let's hear that.
Right.
The
I'm
mics
turning
are
me.
on
I'm
now.
not.
Are we
Yeah,
on?
I'm
Yeah.
turning me, Mike.
The
I'm not
mics are
gonna.
on now.
Uh,
Turn it this way.
oh, this is gonna be a sweaty one. Here we go.
Weep for yourself, my man. You'll never be lying, man. You're not as brave as you were at the start. Rate yourself and rake yourself. Take all the courage you have left. Wasted on fixing all the problems that you made in your own head. But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line.
Barry?
I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear?
Yep.
Didn't I, my dear? Tremble for yourself, my man. You know that you have seen this all before. Tremble, little lying man. You'll never settle any of your scores. Your grace is wasted in your face. Your boldness stands alone among the wreck. Now learn from your mother, or spend your days fighting your own neck. But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? Your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? Didn't I, my...
That was fucking shite.
No, do you know what? I felt real bad today because I was looking at it through the screen. So obviously when Barry's there playing the box, do you know what I mean? You can't see it. So it just looked like he's pulling his plum for about 30 seconds. That's why I looked around and I was in tears.
I would have pulled it out.
I was in tears laughing it was because you could just see his hand like that.
What's your man doing in the corner here?
So it's like a gigs as well that I've never seen.
Fair play to you,
That was
lads.
brilliant, lads. Well done.
Is that one of that go-to covers?
Yeah.
That's one of our favourites.
It just always goes down well, like at gigs or anything like that. Like people just
So
go
what happened
nuts.
there?
I don't know what happened there.
I'm only joking. Quality, lads. So come here, tell me, where do you hope to see us at? And I always wanted to do that, you know. Someone's finished. That was shy. Where do you hope to see us at in 5 years, lads?
Start from Barry there.
Go on, Barry, you go.
Go on, Barry.
5 years. Hopefully selling out the Tree Arena, Crow Park or something.
Nice, wouldn't it?
Over the next 5 years, obviously we're gonna have to do a few steps now. Like hopefully we get main stage in the academy, then up to the Olympia, and then onwards and upwards, bigger venues. Hopefully branch out a bit more across Europe and hopefully America. But it's an awful lot in 5 years.
Yeah.
So
You'd be surprised though.
Yeah.
You really would be surprised.
Take over one of our songs.
It just takes one tune.
It does, yeah.
It's literally, it's like football. You score a goal in a second, you know what I mean? And you're winning the game.
Hopefully, anyway. That's kind of where I want to be.
That's it. Like, same, I'd be the same now. I'd say 5 years' time,
Obviously Eurovision as well.
Eurovision would be great.
Get that under the-
And 3 Arena. Selling out the 3 Arena. One night in the 3 Arena. 5 years' time. That's what I'd be aiming for. And I'd be so happy if that happened.
Bit ambitious, but I'd like to be playing Red Rocks. Hopefully that we just take off and fucking don't stop. And I'd love to be playing Red Rocks and still alive. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Just fucking still be knocking around. It'd be grand.
He's a calm motherfucker.
Do you know what I mean?
isn't
You never fucking know. I could walk out here and get hit by a bus.
Yeah, well, he's a
bus.
wheelchair.
Do a lot of damage to the fucking bus, to be fair.
Right,
That's
lads.
class.
A few quick fire questions, Shay. What do you
Do
reckon?
you have a few there?
Quick
No,
fire.
have you?
No. You could
Slow.
copy on copy.
Oh, no,
What?
I'm only joking. Let's get the quick fire questions up here, lads, right?
Are we doing one by one?
I
I think we should. I think we should make it a competition because I'm going to win.
do you want to do it this way?
I fucking smash these two.
But if it's an opinionated answer, like how
No.
are you gonna win?
No, then just make sure I want
Right, so we'll go.
2 + 2.
Yeah, go on, Sean goes for it. Go on.
Biggest dick.
me.
Prove it. Oh, stop. Right. Where am I going with this?
I don't know.
Yeah, you see,
I keep on losing. I keep on losing it.
what are the questions about? Is there a specific?
No, so
topic?
it was either like this or that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
This or that
easy.
type of questions.
Easy.
Phone sex, what do you think of it?
Yes or no?
Don't do it, boys, I'm telling you.
There we go.
Don't do it.
There's a good first one. Phone sex, yeah?
Yeah. What about it?
Normal call or FaceTime?
FaceTime.
I don't have a Snapchat the other time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
I
can do
don't
a
have
little
Snapchat.
nipple rub and all. It's grand.
Show us that again.
A little what?
Nipple rub. It's grand.
Cadbury's or Nestle?
Cadbury's.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be Cadbury's.
Yeah?
Fuck Nestle.
Keenan and Kel or
You know
Drake and
what?
Josh?
I own it.
Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh, man.
Keenan and Kel.
Don't even ask that question.
You are younger. I'm Keenan and Kel all
Yeah,
day.
it's not only.
I love orange soda.
So he gets it.
I remember they used to play on Nickelodeon, yeah.
What's the other one? The Olsen twins or sister? Do you
Oh yeah,
remember
Mary
them?
Kate and
The
Ashley.
Olsen twins, I don't remember.
No, I was a Zoe 101 man.
Sister, Zoe
It
101.
was all about that Jamie Lynn Spears. It was.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, see,
Did
that's...
she get pregnant at like 16, did she?
I tell you, that was the story,
That
wasn't
was
it?
what they
'Cause
said,
otherwise they fucking, because they cancel it. Bastards.
football or GAA?
Football.
GAA.
Wow. How can anyone pick GAA over
I
football?
don't know.
That blows my mind.
I don't watch football.
See,
I don't like
it's
football,
mad, like...
You don't watch Gaelic though.
I would, yeah, if it was on there. I'd...
He watched Straight Lick, though.
Yeah. Watch Love Island.
Sorry, Jay. We don't play it up here.
Don't play what?
Like, around
Ga-
our area, we don't
Around
play
the
that.
area, yeah, no.
Now, I
Not a
think...
Dublin footballer that's...
Round town,
Played-
no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so we're kind of the other side of the bridge. So we're around the Neilstown area.
This is the hood.
It's all soccer.
Yeah, it's,
The hard,
it's
the
all
heavy
soccer, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no GAA whatsoever, like.
If you walk up here in a guard jumper, do you know what I mean? Fucking run.
Smart.
You know? Yeah.
We'll be chased out of the building now in a few minutes.
Jay, I don't know where these are gone. They're not getting removed from this. Can you think of any more off the top
Do you
of
know?
your head?
Because do you know? I know why. They
Why?
were in the fucking Enya one, weren't they? That's why. But
Oh, were they?
the one we done for Enya Martin, that's why they're not in that one.
All right.
It's your fault.
So they're gone all together.
They're gone all together.
Well, that's fucking great. Moving on.
Ask them that technique on phone sex. You asked me, you
You can
can't.
rub the nipple, don't you?
I only
Yeah,
asked
do
you.
this.
I only asked you because your ma was listening,
My ma tuned in on a live when we were talking about phone sex, man.
and he's making sounds and all. His ma's listening.
I didn't make sounds. I didn't make sounds. But
The silent whisper phone sex is.
What's that?
What the fuck
Oh,
is that?
yeah.
ASMR or something? Is that what that's
Oh yeah,
called?
that's what.
All real close.
No, that's like that's what I like.
like,
yeah.
it's one thing like talking dirty in the bed or whatever, but like just doing it over the phone, I can't.
It feels a bit strange,
Like-
doesn't it?
I've
It
never
does.
done it, I'll be honest with you. I've never done it.
You've never done phone sex?
Me and Horv never.
Don't.
No.
It's not worth it.
It's literally a last resort, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's like I can't see you for 3 weeks. You probably done it in the hospital actually. Like, I can't see you, so
No,
here's
that's
what
why
we're gonna have to
Naked
do.
Attraction.
no, but this is the thing. You can see them now.
No, but you can't see them. Fucking
Well, you're blind.
in person.
Stevie Wonder.
You're brutal. Where you going with? Like, you're throwing me off now. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, but
Come on.
I'm just going off now. But lads, what has the feedback been like so far? Up till now, what's the feedback been like?
We haven't had much negative feedback.
Which is annoying because it's all positive and still we're at the level
where we are, like, you know. So it's all been good. I can't say we haven't got nothing negative, which is nice.
Right.
I was like, maybe someone might say I didn't like that song, kind of a thing.
Just like,
But how are you, like, can you take that though? Can you take constructive criticism? Like, if someone was like,
Dave
look,
can't. Dave.
What do you mean?
Dave can't.
Sometimes I feel like if someone has an opinion or something like that, I stupidly feel like I'm getting like attacked.
yeah, if it's not positive, why tell me at all type of thing.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
Dave's just never wrong. He just can't accept when he's wrong about something.
And what about you? Like, if someone was like, "Come here, that song," I mean, yeah, but your last one was way better.
I'm just like, well, we like it, so
yeah.
like,
No, but what if they mean it from a good place?
but,
like?
but not everything's gonna be for everybody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, some people are gonna love the next song. Some people might hate it.
Mm-hmm.
What can we do about it? We're just
Oh, well, you
writing
can't
music
please
we
everybody.
enjoy.
That's
Exactly.
one of the first things you have to
like,
learn. You can't please everybody.
Said, I hate that song. You should have done this, and this. And maybe you might take something on board, but like you can't. Someone just comes up and says,
Yeah.
"I hate that song." You're like, "Oh, all right."
Nothing I can do about
Do you
it.
have any like hardcore super fans?
Yeah.
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 Few, yeah.
Shout out Shauna.
Shauna actually has our logo tattooed on her
No way.
No
and
way.
some of our song
Some
lyrics.
lyrics.
That's deadly, isn't it? What was that like to see
It's
that?
fucking
It
mad.
was mad, yeah. It was because we like kind of just met her,
Yeah.
kind of a thing. She came
It was-
along
it
to one
was-
of our gigs.
She came to a gig, but she'd listened to us before she came to the gig.
Right.
Came to the gig, met us. We chatted away to her, got a couple of photos, and then 2 weeks later, she's the band logo. It's deadly because if we
That's
had
class.
if we had
See,
100
this is what I'm
Shaunas,
saying.
we'd
the
be-
So now you
physical
definitely can't
side,
change the
you know
name.
what I mean?
yeah, exactly. But like if we had 100, 1,000, 2,000 more fans like Shauna, we'd fucking sorry, Dave. Sorry, Dave.
Well,
I know
Nearly
he's fragile.
sparked you out there.
He's fragile from the chemo.
What's been
You're
the
a ruthless
hardest part
motherfucker
of the
there, I like
journey
you.
so far, lads?
COVID. No.
I didn't hear what you said.
What's been
The hardest part of the journey.
Some dickhead robbed us.
Yeah, I said I'd tell you that story.
Yeah, we haven't told
Yeah.
you that story.
So we were only remember the guys I told you that made us change our name
Yeah.
in the studio, right? So we were on with this fella. Now we're only young, 18, 19, naive. We've just started this business, and we didn't know that there can be snakes. Do you know what I mean? Like all. So we met this fella, anyways, and he was lovely to us. He was really sound and all, and he was doing stuff. He'd go like this. He'd go, "Hang on a second." It's like, "Yes, Danny from the Coronas. How are you getting on?" Kind of a thing. And he'd and we'd be like, "Oh my god, he's on the phone."
No way. Big time.
We
when you
were
like,
proper like fresh. Like we'd
Yeah.
never dealt with anyone else in the
Really?
industry. Like we'd never recorded in a studio before. And he was like,
these were kids in a candy shop.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
And he was like, I'm gonna get you this. I'm gonna do this. Booked you into a recording studio. It's free. We've paid for it. We were like fucking unreal. Like this
Yeah.
lad's looking after
Won the
us.
lotto. Like,
So we were releasing a single. Our first single that we released, Cupid's Daughter.
No,
Oh, it was our
Lost.
second.
Lost was the first one.
Lost was the
Lost,
fourth
yeah.
single. Sorry, Cupid's Daughter was the second single we ever released, and he got us a music video and all for it, and we had to pay for it and stuff and all, whatever. But like, he got us all this deadly stuff and all, and he goes, "Right, this single is brilliant." He said, "This song is great." He goes, "What you're gonna need to do now? There's this thing you pay. How much was it? 2,000.
2 grand, I think it was, yeah.
€2,000. He said, "Pay that." And I know this guy called John, and what John's job is, you pay John 2 grand, and he'll promote you, and he'll put you on the radio stations.
Like
So-
like PR.
Yeah.
PR, so he'll put you onto Spin, and this song, 110%, this song is going to get played on Spin. It's going to get played in this. And we didn't know any better at the time, and we were like, all right, perfect. And he was like, this way, we were kind of naive as
We
well.
were kind of like,
Very
oh,
vulnerable,
it's
yeah.
that easy. It's
That
fucking
easy.
grand. Yeah.
So he was like, John doesn't have a phone number or anything like that. He deals with emails. And we were like, okay, kill. Now, we trust him. We really did trust him. So anyways,
how long were you working with him at this point?
about 6 months to a year. Like we'd kind of been in touch with him over and over.
yeah.
Yeah, over
But like,
12 months.
yeah,
we
but
probably-
over all that time, he was doing little bits for us that built up confidence in us.
And
that,
trust.
like, was
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
like he was like, I'm gonna get you an interview in this station. We went into that station and did an interview.
You
Like,
had every right to
there was
believe
never
him.
any
Yeah.
red flags,
Mhm.
and then
So we
they
pa-
fucking all came up at once.
all really bad. So we paid. We had to. He was like, I know John really well. What you do is put the money into my account, and I'll send it on to John. And we were like, okay.
Grand, yeah, we
no
trust
bother,
you.
we trust you or whatever. So we gave him all the money.
And at this stage as well, we'd already spent probably about $1,000, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll get CDs, mate. That's going to cost you like 700 quid." And I was
Yeah.
like, no bother, there you go. And he got the CDs, but it probably cost about 200 quid to print the CDs or something.
Yeah.
But he disappeared then after this. Then so we never heard from him. We were like, where's he gone? Never heard a thing from him or whatever. And then that was just it. Never heard the song on the radio stations. And then we were releasing another single. And we went to these radio stations just to do like a tour thing of like radio and
Like a press run, yeah.
And we were like,
have
you've played our
heard-
songs before, and
Have you ever heard of like Cupid's Daughter? And they were like, what? They were like, Cupid's Daughter? No. They were like, no, we've never played that song here. And every station we went to, they were like, no, we've never played that song. So we tried getting in touch with him, but he just ghosted us.
but like
completely.
Is he? Do you know if he's still in the country and all? Like,
Oh,
He went to Australia.
He went to Australia for a while.
We paid for his trip to Australia 110%.
Yeah,
he
'cause,
just
like,
disappeared on us.
when we were in touch with this John, it was fucking
what a
like
wanker.
yeah,
I
he was
know,
sending us like spreadsheets of like this song's playing at this time and it's been played, and like it was all conveniently stuff that had already happened.
Yeah.
And we've never flagged it because we were like, oh, this must
Yeah,
just
we
be
missed
how
it.
it works. Yeah.
Mm.
So we were like, grand. And then we went into the stations and got friendly with the people that were actually like playing our new single that we released ourselves. And they were like, no, never heard of it, never even received an email from this person. And like the bones of everything we fucking
That's a
gave to
out
him.
and out scumbag.
Shite bag, innit? Yeah.
But
Like
apparently-
18-year-olds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But apparently he's done it to a lot of people. And then we went to a solicitor about it and everything. And the solicitor was just like, by the time you actually brought him to court or
Cost you
like,
more.
yeah, he said it cost you 15-20 grand like just to get him into court to get your $5,000 back.
And
So-
the guy that does our music videos, his name's Kieran O'Donnell. He's brilliant, like really good.
What's the name of his company?
Nothing too fancy.
Okay.
He's absolutely
He's brilliant. If you ever get in a
amazing.
video, I'd highly
Amazing.
recommend him. He's brilliant at what he does. But he did the same thing to him as well, where he was getting him to do music videos for acts and not paying him, and like had promised him a school or something. Like Kieran's always wanted to like open a school of teaching
Promised him a load of equipment.
Yeah,
equipment
all,
and
like,
stuff. And all this
told
stuff.
him he'd buy him all this equipment that he was gonna need.
So
And
just
like,
basically offering you like putting something in your naive face, like this is what you want, this
Like
is
the
what you
rabbit and the
need,
carrot.
You know what I mean? And then just like taking money and then fucking off.
He's a professional thief.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
110%.
And
That's,
like-
that's fucking
Well,
hard.
like
I hope
we-
when you see him, you get them guitars and fucking mill the kids. Because that is an out and out
Yeah.
scumbag. What's his real name? Say it.
fuck it.
Brian O'Cunningham is this guy's name.
Brian Cunningham is his
Brian
name.
Cunningham, you are
Cunningham.
a prick.
And his company's called Country Shows.
Right. There you go, Brian.
Scumbags.
But like when we
He's been
were
called out.
Sued, yeah.
yeah,
We'll bring him on the podcast, play stupid and rob him.
rob his car or something. But like when we were like booking in to do the music video that he organised for us and all, we were like, oh, what like music videos is your man doing? And he sent us for the first time by the script. We were like, oh, well, he's doing music videos for the script.
Right.
Then we met the videographer Kieran after, and he was like, I never even met the script. Like I've never spoke to him or anything. We were like, fucking clown, like yeah. So
Yeah.
Another thing that annoys me from that whole thing is, right, you were booking in with this chap called Cliff, right? He's currently the bassist.
yeah, picture this. Cliff
band.
Dean, he does recording like as well.
Okay.
He
has
had his own
and
studio and everything.
We were booking in with him, and we told this chap Brian, oh yeah, we're booked in with Cliff down and wherever it was, and he's like, oh no, you don't need to do that. You already have your single out there, don't bother. So we cancelled on him. So that was like cutting ties with him.
Yeah,
Pretty
That
much.
would have been a
Cancelled.
huge
Because we
connection.
kind of
Yeah.
ended up kind of fucking him over in
Yeah.
not deliberately,
Yeah.
but like it was
That-
just like
that
we
would've
were
been-
told, no, don't go there. We have stuff sorted for you.
And then nothing ever came of that. But then like that's obviously out there, like I don't know what you'd say, cutting ties with him before we even met him, and then he got into picture this. And imagine we had stayed friends with him.
Yeah.
Connection wise,
Like we've met him a few times and he's been sound to us and all, but for all we know, he could be like they're wankers. Do you know what I mean?
Candlelights,
yeah.
you know, but we were following advice, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's listening to the podcast and
Yeah,
he's
we
fucking
were like a
knows the
fucking-
We're
story.
so sorry, Cliff. Please.
We were like a
Take
deer,
us back.
like a deer in headlights. You're being told everything you
Course.
wanted to hear, and you're
Mm.
like, yeah, grand. And when someone's telling you stuff and then it's happening, you've no reason not to believe them,
Yeah.
and then they fucking proper.
But look,
screw you,
I
like.
suppose the main thing is an expensive mistake.
Yeah.
And you just learned from it. It won't happen again. You
Big
know
time.
now, look, if someone directed this video, right, we fucking Google it, we search
We
who
check
is
it
the
out,
director,
yeah.
suss it out. And that is a valuable lesson. Like,
Yeah.
it could have been a lot more than $2,000. It could have happened just later down the road, you know what I mean? So,
We're, like, mad suspicious now.
So-
If anything good ever happens to us, we're like, oh well, like, is this actually?
We need to
happening?
look
Yeah, you're
into
second
this,
guessing
yeah.
it, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually in the time
that's
of,
not
like,
necessarily a bad thing, though.
It's not. No. I
Yeah.
know, yeah. I know.
Do you know what I mean? It'll give you a bit of wit about yourselves and you won't be fucked over again. And like that, up and coming bands or artists listening to the podcast now will learn from you that mistake
Yeah.
as well. So it is definitely worthwhile talking about it and fucking
Yeah.
calling.
because it was horrible for us. Like we felt shit.
Like
'Cause we
$2,000 at 18 is a fucking lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course it is.
like it wasn't even just that. That was just the upfront payment. So there was like CDs, music videos, and then there was all
do you
like
remember as
hidden
well,
costs.
There was €500 for leaflets that because he had to. This guy had to give out these leaflets with.
He,
the
s-
press
he
package
was
that
sending
they'd
them with
send.
the.
But then these fucking leaflets all went missing. He was like, I never got them. Like, but we paid him, and he's like, oh, they never got it. You're gonna have to give us more money to get more of them. And we were
So,
like,
like,
"Yeah, no bother."
And there was
Okay,
one.
well,
There was one day.
Here you go.
There was
Yeah,
one. There was
Sam.
one day me and Dave were nearly thumping the head off each other because like fucking.
Who'd win a scrap?
Me.
Probably shot, yeah. Great difference, you know.
He has the reach advantage though, so he'd punch and run. But yeah, fucking there was one day Dave was meant to drop money to a bank, and Dave was like, "Ah, it's grand, I'll do it." Thing, and then Brian's ringing me. He's like, "I need that money fucking now. Like, I need it." And I'm ringing Dave, and Dave's trying to get a lift off his sister. Do you remember that? And I'm ringing Dave. I'm like, "Dave, where the fuck's the money? Like, he said it hasn't gone in yet." Dave's like, "Sean, fuck off. Like, I'm trying to get there." Nightmare. Fucking
It sounds
nightmare.
like an
Yeah.
absolute disaster.
Just a mad joke. But anyways, as you said, you learn from these things, you know.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
And Brian.
And
you're a
like
prick.
that, anyone that listens will learn from it as well, you know?
Yeah.
But lads,
Do you remember we done the hashtag fuck Natasha from Art and Eastwood? I think we're gonna have to
Yeah.
do a fuck Brian now on this one as well.
Go on, take the stage.
Fuck Brian.
Where's the hashtag?
You put that
We have
in
to do a
you put that
hashtag
in.
and then you
No,
know.
I mean you put that in the leading Instagram captions.
All right, grand. Right, lads, look, that's all I have, Jay. Now it's
No,
from your
man, I'm
side.
good with the questions. Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure,
it's been a
lads.
privilege.
Thanks so much for
Thank
having
you very
us.
much
It's
for having us on.
Hand on my head, one of my favourite
Yeah,
episodes so
no,
far.
I agree.
Um,
We'll
Very
definitely have his
enjoyable.
back.
I feel like this episode's not going to be released.
Not for 2 weeks. But,
we're gonna tease us for a while anyway. Get the sweats going. You know what's gonna happen? Your other podcast's gonna drop. And we're gonna be bollocks. So we have to wait now.
yeah.
But how we go for finishing out in the tune?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, go out with a bang.
Probably Jay's
Not a
favourite
bang,
tune.
but you know what I mean.
Going home since he's going fucking
Coming home. Coming home.
Play that for you, no bother.
Sorry,
Perfect.
so I don't mean to embarrass you, Jay. Sorry, I'm getting all my words, names, and fucking titles of songs wrong.
You ready, Barry?
2 seconds. Get him in. Actually, shot so he doesn't
Yeah,
look like
yeah.
he's pulling the plug off himself.
Hold on a minute. The guy that's gonna be waiting outside. What the fuck is going on in that?
Is there any left in that?
I'm fucking sweating.
Oh, you and me both, brother.
See, when the guitars come out, they just generate heat, don't
Yeah, I
they?
know, yeah. Right, so this is coming home, lads. Thanks again for having us.
Thanks very much,
Means
lads.
a lot.
Really
Thank you.
appreciate it. And like that, we will definitely have you on again.
100%.
When yous are bigger and we are bigger. I don't know about me and you.
Charity boxing match.
You can walk me out to the ring or sing me out to the ring.
Here we go.
Thanks for listening, folks. Stolen City.
Woo!
Oh yeah!
Spent some long days waiting on you to come around. I watched for hours, the clock spinning round and round. I had my fun now, darling, it's time to settle down. I think that we should move to a different town. I was lost, but now I'm found. Get my feet right on the ground. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So I'm coming home. I'm coming home. So I'm coming home. I'm coming home. When I got up to go, I left you on your own. I tore away your heart and swapped it for my own. But if you stick around, I'll sing you pretty sounds, and I'll be waiting up all night to spin you round and round. Hey, I was lost, but now I'm found. Kept my feet right on the ground. You know me and I know you. All the shit that we've been through. Phone sex. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Yep. Here we go. I'm coming home. 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 Thank you very much.
Cheers, lads.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us, boys.
Absolute pleasure, lads. Take it easy, safe home.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, Instagram and Twitter at Did You Hear Show. Go follow. Thank you.
As well, lads.
Did You Hear Show. We're Stolen City. You can find us Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, fucking everywhere. At Stolen_City.
Perfect. Thanks, lads.
Thank you very much.
you.
Cheers.